Striking Scorpion 82 is sponsored by Honkai Star Rail. Honkai Star Rail is launching its version 1.4 update with all new characters and main story. Honkai Star Rail is a new multi-platform space fantasy RPG from Hoyo Universe, available on PS5, PC and mobile. Take yourself on a space adventure as a trailblazer and explore different worlds and immerse yourself in an adventure filled with impeccable animation and music. This latest version of Star Rail boasts some amazing new characters, including Jingliu, a legendary female hero who uses a sword to attack enemies, boldly courageous and skilled in combat. After she removes her blindfold and transforms, she deals punishing damage with an enhanced ability. Then we have Topaz Numby. Calling upon her pet Numby for support, Topaz is a fiery character with superior single target damage. Not only are there new characters to enjoy, but the new 1.4 version of Star Rail takes players back to Belobog to see an all-new story on this planet, with 2 all-new maps revealed. Log in for 7 days to get 10 free Star Rail special passes and use them to draw Jingliu or Topaz. Honkai Star Rail is free to download and play, with launch dates and redemption codes for the new characters in the video description below. Thanks, and enjoy the game. This video is sponsored by Serious Readers, the lighting company. I've been using lamps from the Serious Lights range for around 18 months now and use them for all of my painting and hobby projects. When building and painting my models, I need good quality light to help me achieve the best painting results and help protect my eyes from strain and damage. With these lights, even the smallest of details can be seen crisp and clear, such as the detail on Bright Star by Eldar Craftworld's Alt. Serious Lights uses daylight wavelength technology, which replicates the natural daylight spectrum as closely as possible. These lights will project a balanced, natural light beam with the added benefits of low heat, low energy and a full 5-year warranty including bulb life guarantee. Serious Lights are a solid build featuring adjustable head, neck, beam and dimmer. Serious Readers is a British company and the Serious Lights range is hand built to order here in the UK. Link in the video description below and in the comments section. And when you use promo code SR426, you'll receive £100 off your HD light plus free shipping. Happy painting and enjoy the video. Right, welcome to this 6,000 points game of Warhammer 40,000 Apocalypse. So the Tyranids are back. It's not going to be Astra Militarum this time. James has got his boys in blue out here to fight. So it's a combined force of Firstborn and Primaris working together as one. Hoorah, yeah, James is ready for this. So I haven't done Ultramarines Apocalypse for a long time, yeah, so it'd be good to see them out here for this kind of size of a game. And
I look forward to this moment because I have the new Codex.
New Codex, new shiny cards, James is ready to go.
And new models painted.
Yes, and James has been painting some new stuff as well, which is very exciting. Ready for this game, both Firstborn and Primaris. So, before I run through the list here for the Tyranids, big thank you to everyone that supports us on Patreon, both with James and myself. For my Patreons in this game, gold level Patreons get the critical dice and the name shouted out at some critical point during the battle. Silver level Patreons will call out their names at the end of the game. You can check out the end credits for all those supporting, including those supporting at bronze. The proceeds go to help support the channel, the expansion of the armies on the channel, and also SSWG War Games Club, where we're filming at the moment, and we're using some of their terrain for this game. Just a way of saying thank you to them. So big thanks to everyone that supports us on the Patreon page, and the link for that is in the video description below. So for the Tyranids, in no particular order, it's roughly 6,000 points of Tyranids here, and a big spread of all sorts of units, similar list to what we ran against the Austria Tyrant, but entirely different scenario here, and they'll be up against the might of the Space Marines in this battle. So I'll start on the left-hand side. 2 Tyrannofexes, they're crucial units for the Tyranids, but I've got 2 of them with their rupture cannons. I then have 11 Carnifexes. So there's Crushing Claws here and heavy venom cannons on these 3. Then the double heavy Scything Talons on 1, 2, 3 of those. Scything Talons and Crushing Claws on another 3. And then Stranglethorn cannons on 2 of them with the Scything Talons as well. So a mixed variety of those loadouts for regular Carnifexes. Then we have a Trigon. There's a second Trigon across here. We'll also call out the Morlock, which is there. 2 winged Hive Tyrants, the Hive Crone, a Toxicrene with his spaghetti dangly arms, perfect for gobbling up Space Marines. And he likes blue ones as well, it's his favourite. Tervagon. Lurking in the shadows is the Decapitator, the Slayer of Guilliman.
No, you're not going to slay him in this game. I've been looking at the rules of the new CODEX.
I'll get him.
I'm so excited.
Exocrine. Then we have the Norn Assimilator, the brand new model. It's to face the Space Marines here. Units of Raveners, squad of 6 of those. Then Warrior squads of 3. All of them taking the Venom Cannons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squads of the shooty type. 2 squads of 3 of the close combat type. Then we have Gene Stealers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squads of 10 of those. 4 squads of 20 Gaunts with their Flesh Borers and 2 Stranglewebs in each of those squads. And then Hormogaunts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squads of 20 of those as well. 4 squads of 3 Ripper Swarms. There's a Broodlord there in the list as well. And that's about it for the Tyranids. So a lot of chopping power here with the Tyranids. We'll see how well that now Austria Tyrant is softer to get through. Tyranids a bit more hard work for them to break through the Space Marines, but they can do it. They've done it before, but it'll be a real test for them. Brand new Codex is clashing here as well for 10th edition. So the new Tyranid Codex and the new Space Marine Codex for this battle. So that's the list here for the Tyranids. We have Phoenix Swords and Autarchs have been allocated. The vast majority of them have come over onto the Tyranids for this game. There's a few diehard Imperial.
I'm not surprised.
There's a few diehard Imperial players that just have to go over there with James. So
It makes sense.
makes sense. We've dispatched them away. But others who are semi-Imperials, Xenosy friends, Chaos players, they're all over here with the Tyranids here for this battle. So Phoenix Lords, and we've got new markers now, so they're just a little bit harder to see on the battlefield. The markers, I think, were standing out too much. So I've done new markers here, which means you can just enjoy the models and not have too much interference with the labels going on. So I'll call these out here. Phoenix Lords then, Amy Almo, Ben Shaw, onto the Assimilator. Ray Cross, Ray's Rippers, or Ray's Raveners, sorry, here for this battle. Mephisto onto the Exocrine. Chris Comiskey is going to go onto the Decapitator for this battle. Nate Miller's going to be a Winged Hive Tyrant in this game. Gut B onto Big Mama. JP, something sneaky, onto the Morlock. Lucas Brown onto the other Winged Hive Tyrant. I think this is about the most appropriate model in all the universe for Paint Licker's paint pot. If anything can clean out a paint pot, it's this thing. It's like it's designed to do it, actually. The Toxicrene.
What it does do, and it does do very well.
The thing is, though, got a bit of a problem. Toxicrene. All of Games Workshop's paints say non-toxic, but oh well. It'll work. Toxicrene then for Paint Licker's paint pot. And then artillery today will be fighting side by side Vagabond and Longbow BB for long range firepower support. BPP Wargaming onto this Trigon across here. And then Autarchs, lower level of support. squad leaders. I put them onto warrior squads for this game. Ben Harris, Ite Miara, Midnight Miniatures, and Dan C. So warrior squads here for this battle. So that's Phoenix Lords and Autarchs allocated. We'll take a look now and see what the Ultramarines have in their list. Alright, so roughly 6,000 points of Space Marines. That's the last.
Flicking through the Codex.
Oh, he's got his new cards, new codex. It's the same.
You got your Codex. I've got mine.
Yes. It's the same old story. James starts off buoyant and happy and excited, and then as the game
In one of Guilliman's
descends,
hands blazes the burning Emperor's sword. The other is cladded in the hand of Dominion, a gauntlet which Guilliman can tear apart tanks, Primarch's strategic brilliance.
He is the greatest weapon. However,
His enemies outmaneuvered and outfought before the battle has even begun.
you don't even have Gilliman in your army.
yes, I do.
Where? Oh, right. Sorry. Didn't even see him. I thought he'd be taller.
Those there are representing the what type of doctrines are used: tactical, assault, devastator, and that coin is the Oath of Moment coin.
Yeah.
Gilliman's coin.
It's beautiful.
It is
Where did you get it from?
Merchoid.
What?
Merchoid. It's an official GW sponsored merchandise store.
Glistens in the sun. I can't even see.
Take your hands off it, brother. Only the blessed Imperial players may touch the blessed coin.
Please. Right, okay. Oh, what's this I see? New models?
Yes.
James has been painting up aggressors.
I've got 6 more of them on the way.
Well, well, well.
So I'm going to have 2 units of 6, each with the Flamers and the others with
Beautiful.
the...
Sergeant Bane. Sergeant Bane, you've called him.
Yeah, he looks like Bane from the Batman film. I still haven't watched the second one.
Okay.
I've watched the first one, but yeah.
And there's something else you painted.
The 4 assault squads.
4?
1, 2, 3. Oh,
Wow. Firstborn Space Marines. Hoorah. Okay,
I
well,
finally managed to get them done, and I managed to get some of the weapons done so I could do the sergeants. So they
wow.
will be magnificent.
So they've arrived just in time for this special game.
Yeah, I thought something a little bit different, a bit of a fast element, shock and awe assault. So here we go. This is about 5,000 points of
Ultramarines.
I'm an excited mood today. Got the codex. Right, sorry, enough of the childish chatter. Let's talk and get serious about getting stuck into my enemy. So leading the force today is Guilliman. I actually haven't used him in 9th edition, I don't believe.
Hang on. You're saying I said to you do 6,000 points. So this is 5,000 points.
This is about 5,000.
About 5,000, right?
Yeah,
There's some stuff across the other side of the board there. We'll let James... So we'll talk about that a bit later.
We'll talk about that
yeah,
a bit
okay.
later,
That's right.
yes.
Carry on.
So we have Roboute Guilliman, Primarch of the Ultramarines of the 13th Legion. He has awoken. Yes, I've painted him a few years ago, and he's still in good condition because I like to.
And symbolically, he doesn't wear his helmet because it was taken by the decapitator.
Brother, I have the option of putting it on and off.
That's not true. It's lost. If you want to know where it is, it's stuck onto the base of my decapitator model. Sorry, carry on.
I'll take it back.
Take it back. You can.
Right, so just be aware of him. Just don't go near him in close combat. He's got 14 attacks. Weapon skill 2+, strength 8, AP minus 3, 2 damage a time. Or the Hand of Dominion of 7 attacks at weapon skill 2+, strength 14, AP minus 4, 4 damage a time.
Crazy.
And he's got all sorts of rules. You can check them out in the codex for yourself. So it makes narrative sense that he is the warlord today. Second in command would be Captain Akaran, and we do have a Patreon. What's his name?
Marshall Cummings.
He's going to take the captain in Gravis armor today. He's armed with a mastercrafted power sword and the Boltstorm Gauntlet.
This is new.
Yes, an honourable shout out to Chris Rhodes, who very kindly donated this limited edition Primaris Lieutenant. Very kind of him, and at long last I managed to paint him. So give an honourable shout out, and he'll count as a Patreon in this particular.
This is a very rare, fragile model.
It's magnetized. Put the Stalker bolt rifle back. That's it.
I'm trying to figure out how to repair this model because I knocked off the thing here. There you go. Fixed.
Stop it! Leave my models alone!
Sorry, how do you put that on back on? It looks really weird. Show me how to do it.
I'll just take that away, brother.
Right.
Put it back.
This is James's magnetising here. It's genius. Look, there's the stump of his hand.
Just put it back in there. Like that. There you go.
Ah, right. Fantastic. Very
kind of Chris Rhodes.
I do apologise for my brother's misbehaviour towards my model.
So what is here? Just a lieutenant,
He's
right?
just a lieutenant with a master-crafted bolt rifle.
And why is the model so rare?
It's a limited edition exclusive miniature. So,
Cool.
yeah. He sent it to me. It's very kind of him, and he insisted. So,
James just painted it up. Okay.
very kind of him. Thank you, Chris, for sending that model. And yes, he's going to represent a lieutenant. However, he's going to have a movement characteristic of 12 to represent that he has a jump pack.
Okay. It's Marcus Phrase.
Marcus Phrase, something a bit different. It's a legendary apocalypse game, so I thought, why not?
That's a chance to use the models.
That's the Indomitus Crusade, Ancient, of the first of the Primaris Ancients.
Okay, Daniel Baker.
Daniel Baker. I have an Apothecary Anonymous, Firstborn, classic model. And then
Oh, it's heavy.
we have a Tech Marine, Firstborn. And that's Sam Hermes. He'll be operating the server harness today. And then we have the classic Firstborn Chaplain, CJ Velasco.
Chaplain Valesco. Sounds very cool.
Yeah, sounds very cool indeed. And we have a Librarian, and that is Daniel Baker.
Again,
Yep, he's an Orc player, but he's a faithful supporter.
he's on twice.
As well. Yes.
Oh, good
Yeah,
for him.
Daniel Baker, yeah, he's a good lad.
Banner and Librarian.
Yep. So over here we have 3 Vindicators, and one of your Phoenix Lords is in command.
Yeah, Michael Fry is a die-hard Space Marine player. We didn't have the heart to put him on the Tyranids, so he's gone over onto the Space Marines
Good
here.
for
this
you,
battle.
Michael Fryer. I like having Imperials on my side.
And then we have a Repulsor. They're really good fun to use now. I do like Repulsors.
Yeah.
They're an excellent transport.
It's Maxfield Knuckles.
Maxfield Knuckles is in command of the Repulsor. Just got a 5-man Stern Guard unit.
This is the older sculpts in
The older
metal.
Sculpts, yeah. Lovely models.
Yeah, nice.
I love the new ones though as well. They do. Look very
Yes, James has those and plans to paint them up. Brand new
Yeah.
ones for the Primaris.
Drop pod with them, so they're coming down through drop pod. And I've got 4 assault squads, brand new.
Yep.
So I've had them on the desk for a few months. I thought I've got a week left, and I have time to do the transferring and basing, and painted extra weapons. So yeah,
It's amazing to see.
yeah.
I'll call these out sergeants. There's some of my autarchs here. I've come over. They're diehard Space Marine players or Imperial players. Sam Hermes onto this sergeant here with the Twin Lightning Claws. Dylan Moore onto this with the Combat Shield and Power Fists, and no other allocations
No
here
other
for anybody
allocations,
else.
no.
Okay.
We have Andrew Swan, who's going to represent the Redemptor Dreadnought. So all WYSIWYG, just to save time, all the weapons. We have 3 Intercessor squads, all equipped with the grenade launchers as well. So we have Soothsayer UK, and then we have Commander Baneblade, or Inquisitor Baneblade, as it's now called. There's special Patreons and YouTube members. The Zoid Forge, the Intercessor, and then we have Donald Hammer, the Primaris Intercessor over here. And then over here we have Tyler Grizzle, we have Shay Strait, Cadian Sergeant Steele, and then we have Peter Nastro.
Okay.
Over there, a unit of Hellblasters.
Full squad of 10.
10.
Cool.
Yeah. And we have 6 Inceptors. There'll be a full unit of 6 in this game. 2 units of 3 Aggressors. One with Flamestorm Gauntlets and the others with Boltstorm Gauntlets with grenade launchers things on the top there. I do plan to have another unit of 6 of each. So I've got them, just got to construct and paint them. So, yeah. Those ones there are from the starter kit. So they're slightly different posed for the ones that you get in the regular box. I thought it was quite good, actually. So it gives the sergeants a unique character posing there. I got a Lucius Pattern Dreadnought. That is a legendary model. So we use the rules for that. And then it's coming out through there as a classic Dreadnought as well.
Okay.
And that's equipped with a multi-melter. And then we've got a Storm Raven. And that will transport probably a unit of Terminators, which I'll go through in just a second. So then over here...
That's Winston Adkins, by the way.
Yes, big honourable shout out to Winston Adkins, a general of the army group as well. So I've got 3 Predator Annihilators. However, Kronos is in the Predators.
Okay.
So he's going to have the rules for re-rolling wounds because he's Kronos and hitting on 2s. Very nasty, yeah. And so it's 3 Predator Annihilators, all equipped with Hunter Killer missiles as well, and Storm Bolters, all whizzy big, as you can see. And then we've got a Venerable Dreadnought, which I'll be using as a legendary model in this game.
And that's one of my Autarchs has gone onto there. Valhalla Field Marshal Robert, who will be only too happy to go onto the Venerable Dreadnought in this battle. That's
going to literally count as a legendary rules Venerable Dreadnought.
Okay.
So it's time to use legendary.
It's the heaviest model on the board.
It is
solid
very heavy,
metal.
solid lead. That's the rarity of it.
Glorious thing.
Yeah.
Nice. That's the thing about Apocalypse. You can get these models out.
Get these models out and have fun. That's the whole point. I'm a very nostalgic player, brother. As you can tell, I like the first and like the new stuff as well. I've got 3 units of 5 Terminators. I'm going to try these out because they're really good now. These are the old Firstborn Terminators. But in the new narrative, Primaris and Firstborn can go into Terminator armour as well. So they're a little bit bigger now, the models. And the new sculpts are fantastic.
Yeah.
So we've got Shooty Terminators with Cyclone missile launchers and Storm Bolters. He's got a Chain Fist. I don't know why. It's anti-vehicle and it doesn't really matter. But anyway, I've got Assault Terminators with Thunderhammers. Thunderhammers do devastating wounds on 6s, and Storm Shields, you get +1 to your wound. So instead of 3 wounds, they've got 4 wounds.
Yeah, brilliant.
Really hard now. And they've all got 4 up in Vun saves, which is really good. And the toughness 5, 3 wounds each. Yeah. Lightning Claws as well, ton of attacks and twin linked. So rerolling those wounds, which is excellent. And the accompanying them is a Chaplain in Terminator armour. Luke's favourite sculpt, I think.
One of my favourites, yeah. I always like this one. James painted one, I painted one. There he is.
He's a lovely model.
Yeah.
Really nice model. Fun painting him as well.
Not sure if you pointed it out, James, but Chris Comiskey onto...
yes.
It's Kronos Comiskey.
Kronos Comiskey.
In this game. And then there's a couple of supporters here as well.
Yes, we've got Phil Marshall and Ray Cross.
Working side by side with
they're supporting me on both platforms. They get the honourable Terminator suit to be in the game. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's everything.
Yeah. I must debut for the new Codex. I must do my chant.
Yes.
And quote: "Courage and honour, we march from the crag, and we shall know no fear. Into the gas. Yes."
James is optimistic, to say the least. He has Gilliman on his side, so who wouldn't be, that's for sure. That's the list here for the Space Marines. Good to see them back in action, and good to see them at Apocalypse level here as they take on the Tyranids. Classic fight. I think it's been over a year since we've done Tyranids against Space Marines, and since that time, new edition, new codexes, so it's about time these two sides collided on the battlefield. So we have a unique scenario for you here, a nicely themed game lined up for this Apocalypse game. Alright, so we have a unique scenario for you here. This episode we're calling Blue Hawk Down.
We got a Storm Raven down.
We got a Storm Raven down. Yeah, the Storm Raven's been brought down in this sector. It's crawling with Tyranids. There's a Tyranid invasion taking place. The Tyranid models aren't on the board yet, but they are most certainly in this sector. Coming across from this direction, the Storm Raven was brought down. Location, not entirely sure, but it's in this area. We can see it here on the board, but a Space Marine task force has been dispatched to find it, locate it, defend it until the rescue force is able to arrive on the ground. So, ground force, explain what's going on. Tyranids will be coming in from all directions here. If you've seen the film Black Hawk Down, this is what we're taking a little bit of inspiration. I always wanted to play a scenario like this. That's the target. They've been brought down. They're in a hostile sector. It's going to take a little while for the Tyranids to find out what's going on, to sense the presence of their foe, but they'll very quickly start to converge on this area very, very quickly indeed. It's a very limited force of some servitors, as we can see. They've been sent on top of this rock here to go on patrol. James, what are these assets in here? I can see multiple Imperial assets going on. What is this, a fleet commander? Who's that?
That's the fleet commander. The other one's the master of ordnance with the antenna.
This guy, yeah.
And that's an
astropath, okay. And then apparently a squad of 4.
Yeah, they're legendary, so the original skulls. So.
And what are they?
They are Tyrannic War veterans.
Tyrannic War veterans, all right. So there's a little bit of a Space Marine bodyguard, but obviously not very much at all. So we're saying that James will get use of these. James will also, what we're going to say is James is going to get use of this. The servitor crew is still inside, and so the firepower from this is still operational, just to add on a few more points to James's force. Obviously, the Tyranids can then shoot it and try and destroy it, but it's in good enough shape where the weaponry is available from that downed Storm Raven gunship. There's multiple ways that James can try and come to the rescue. We'll see how he gets on. There's deep striking units available. There's airborne units, and there'll be a large ground force that will seek to break through at this end of the board. So a large Ultramarines force is going to come across this side, and the whole idea is to try and break through. And somehow, some part of his force needs to rescue the assets that are there in or next to the downed Storm Raven gunship. So a nice strong scenario here for this game. It all starts to take shape as we see the Tyranids arrive and the Ultramarines relief force. So we are going for a unique scenario on this one. Usually we place objectives around the board, but the whole thing revolves around that. So that those assets across here, that is the aim of the game. We'll track victory here depending on how well they get on. If James rescues them and clears his way through, smashes the Tyranids, he will have a clear victory. If the Tyranids overrun this area, then James is obviously lost. If James's attempt on foot to try and break through is repulsed by the Tyranids, then he'll lose as well. But everything revolves around the extraction and protection of the assets in the downed Storm Raven gunship. So I've said Tyranids coming on from multiple directions. James and I have established where all that's going to take place. You'll soon see that start to unfold, and you can expect the ground relief force to come across this table edge, heading across in this direction. There's a fair bit of ground to cover, James. You're going to have to move quickly and efficiently. See how well you get on.
Funny enough, I was going to put my intercessors in rhinos, but you can't do that. It's only Tacticus armors and Phobos armor.
They have the assault keyword, right? Don't they? Their weapons, intercessors. They've got heavy and assault.
Heavy and assault.
Yeah, so you can move and assault and fire. The intercessors are good on the ground. They'll do well enough pushing forwards. So I wanted to play a game where it's not just like James in the bunker and the Tyranids are attacking. I wanted something else, something different to go on. So completely different scenario, different challenge for the Space Marines.
Got the armor.
For sure. Got the what?
The armor.
Got the armor.
Protect us.
Just to mention the battle mats and terrain that we're using in this game. So we're actually combining 2 battle mats here from GameMat.eu. So there's an industrial terrain battle mat across here. And then also using their Sands of Time battle mat across here. We've joined the two together, run them across the board. And I've actually separated them. So we've got the desert area here and the industrial area here. And then that line between the two mats, I've actually placed the wall set from GameMat.eu running across just to separate the two. So that's worked out really well here in this battle. So GameMat.eu for your supplies of battle mats, all shapes and sizes, double-sided mats available from them. And then the pre-painted terrain set, so a wall set is from them. The Chem Zone industrial terrain set, which we've modified the paint scheme on that, but that's from them as well. And also the Desert Rocks set from GameMat.eu as well. So combining a number of sets together for this Apocalypse battle. But link for them in the video description below. There's a discount code for you there as well. Either 20% if the offer's still on. If that code doesn't work, use the other code, which will give you 11% off of your order. But GameMat.eu, link for them in the video description below, along with the discount codes. So that's the scenario. The Tyranids are going to be recycling on 6s, so not as much coming through, but there will be stuff coming through. But their main force will arrive. If James can repulse it, there'll be stragglers coming through, some units arriving. But if James deals the main force, then that'll cripple the Tyranids. There won't be too much coming on after that. But some reinforcements, just to show you that this area is crawling with Tyranids. So on 6s, destroyed units will come back. So that's the list. That's the scenario. Deployment's done, really. This is, you can imagine, just the initial crash taking place in a seemingly very quiet sector, but Tyranids are nearby. Once the locals figure out what's going on, they'll start heading off towards the Storm Raven down. We got a Storm Raven down. Right, so we're on turn 1 here. It will go to the Tyranids. They will make the first move. The initial reaction from the Tyranids will be Gene Stealers in this locality will start making their way towards the downed Storm Raven Gunship. The problem for them is with the part of the scenario here is this fence is blocking them off. They're going to scuttle across this way, try and get to this entrance, and then get to the crew of the Storm Raven Gunship. So we'll go on to the first turn of the game. Tyranids will make the first move. So a few little bits before we start moving. 3 command points each as per the previous Apocalypse that we did. And then there's some elite Patreon members here for James, some dice that you can use throughout the game. So name shout out for them. It's Marcus Fraze, Winston Adkins, Maxwell Knuckles, Henrik Presson, CJ Valesco, Chris Comiskey, Marshall Cummings, Paul David Gray, Daniel Baker, and Sam Hermes. Those dice are available for James in this game. We'll get moving here. Gene Stealers are going to make a move. All right, so we've made moves here with the Gene Stealers. So 3 squads have emerged from these factories. I think it's appropriate that they would be infesting all of these buildings. And others have come on from the board edge. Then we randomly placed the Broodlord as well. There's a Broodlord in amongst them. So this squad here is coming from the board edge. We've done 8 inches and then D6. They've scuttled across here. The whole idea is they can't cross this fence. It's too big, electrified. So Gene Stealers are having to come across the factory area and then head off towards the entrance. This squad came from this building. We've done a scout move, then an all move in advance. They've made it to here, randomised the Broodlord and put him there. We've taken one of the Autarchs and placed him there as well. Ite Miara is going to be the leader of this initial attack from the Gene Stealers. This squad came from this building. That squad has come from here.
22 inches.
Yeah, James rolled really well for that one. James is rolling the dice for me on that side of the board. And then those 2 have come on from those.
11. And that's
12, I think it was. 11 as well. 11 or 12, yeah. So they've made it to there. So Gene Stealers are all moving across in this direction, headed towards the Storm Raven Gunship. So, Gene Stealers on the move. A little bit scary, isn't it, James?
Nope. We show no fear.
They're all heading towards this. Don't worry, James. I'm sure help is on the way. Turn 1 finished for the Tyranids. Obviously, no charges to take place, no shooting for them. But this downed Storm Raven Gunship has disturbed the local population. Gene Stealers, by instinct, scuttling in this direction. They can already be seen by these tyrannic war veterans. We'll go on to turn 1, see what happens next for the Ultramarines. Alright, so turn 1 for the Ultramarines. Obviously, there's the down Storm Raven Gunship with the crew. And the contents inside here. Help is going to be swift from the Space Marines. They don't like leaving their own isolated. So we're going to see an immediate response to aid this down Storm Raven Gunship. Coming on from this table edge, as we said, and then some of James's reinforcements is planned to bring down here as well to form a ring of defence around the assets here. We'll let James make his moves and you'll see how the Ultramarines react and start this rescue. Alright, so turn 1 here for the Ultramarines. They have responded in force here to protect their own. Good for them. So across here, ground force has arrived immediately on the board. Triple Predator turning up here. James, is the Gladius strike force you're going for?
Mm-hmm.
I've taken Crusher Stampede across the board for my Tyranids as well, so it'll help the monsters. So James has gone into Devastator Doctrine for his force here, so that's going to help him as he advances and moves up the board. Intercessor squads, there's 3 of them. One squad's gone across here, and then behind them the Triple Predator. Over on the right-hand side, just a 3-man squad of aggressors here, the ones with the flamers just to anchor here on the right-hand side. It's lower priority across here. The main bulk of James's force is going to head towards the entrance across there. So you're able to advance and shoot here in Devastator Doctrine. These are turned up just here. James will try and screen these as best as he can. Gilliman's turned up right in the middle. He's going to make a beeline straight for the entrance across there. Intercessor squads 1 and 2. Hellblasters down here on the left-hand side. All these units making advanced rolls. Rolled really well for the Dreadnought, which is pushed right ahead. That's Andrew Swan in command of him. Tech Marine, Banner's joined this squad. Repulsor across here. Inside that is Captain Akaran with the new squad of aggressors. And then moving across here, James has placed Overmoment on this squad. There's a reasoning to his madness here. The idea is he wants that to stay on for his turn, and then when these emerge round, James can overwatch and fight against them more effectively. And then to the rescue, drop pods coming down, James. This is very, very good moves going on here. So outside of this huge, massive resin thing.
Lucius Pattern drop pod.
Lucius Pattern Dreadnought. It's the Venerable Dreadnought right at the entrance of the gate here has turned up to be the gatekeeper, literally, to stop those Gene Stealers from flooding through. A double rank of Terminators, so Assault Terminators with Thunderhammers and Storm Shields ready at the front, and then joined by the Chaplain, the Daka Terminators with their Power Fists, forming a second rank behind them. Another squad of Tyrannic War Veterans, joined by the Chaplain on foot, have emerged from this drop pod across here, and James has kept the rescue party stationary for now. So rescue is underway, but the first thing to do is to gain control of the ground. Looks like James is trying to do that here to stem the tide coming through the entrance and then to launch an effective rescue from this direction. So, much of James's force is on the board. Not everything, though. 4 squads of assault marines still yet to arrive. 2 squads, or full squad of Inceptors, you run them as a squad of 6. And then there is the Storm Raven Gunship with the Dreadnought and the Assault Terminators with the Lightning Claws still to arrive. So it's only part of the rescue underway at this current stage. Now bear in mind, James, there's a lot of Tyranid stuff to come onto this board, so be careful. It's good to see Space Marines on the aggressive, though. Hoorah, go for it. Right, what's the first salvo going to be?
Going to shoot with the Terminators.
Second rank Terminators, Storm Bolters ready.
4 shots each.
4 shots each. First salvo, Terminators, second line, here it comes. This is Storm Bolter shots going to the Gene Stealers.
3s.
Oh, James likes
Pretty
this.
good. It would have been hitting on 2s if it was Oath's moment, but I'm saving it till later.
Oh, I see, they changed it, right. So yeah, to get the +1 to hit roll, it's got to be the over moment target. Interesting. Okay, so it's not.
Yeah. +1 to wound, because the chaplain is with them. It's a litany of hate.
For shooting?
For shooting. For wounding.
So you're on 3s then?
3s.
There's a load of saves to make all of a sudden. Okay. James looking for first blood. 5 ups. And cool, we block a load, but it's going to bring down 2 of the beasties. Alright, so that's the situation. 2 Gene Stealers gunned down at the entrance here. First blood to the Terminators. Well done. Setting a good example to their blue buddies. And a wound on another.
Venerable Dreadnought.
Oh, he's going to fire with the Venerable Dreadnought.
It's
Standing
a
in the
legendary
gap.
model. It is a legendary model, so...
So there is rules for it.
Yeah, assault cannons hitting on 3s.
Okay.
So 6 attacks.
James is using the Marshal Cummings for this dice, and it's Field Marshal Valhallen Robert, or Valhallen Field Marshal Robert for this one, standing in the gap.
Yeah, so hitting on 3s.
He's a die-hard Imperial Fist player, you know.
5 hits, pretty good. Strength 6, so 3s to wound, 6 is a devastating wounds. So that's
4 make it through. Looks like he's going to get a taste of Tyranid blood here. Oh, we blocked 2.
So, I re-roll the hit roll 1, so I actually get to roll a dice.
Okay. It was a load of hits. It was another wound, and it could be another kill. No, we blocked that one. Yes, we jump out of the way.
Storm Bolter, just out of rapid fire, so that's 2 shots. 1 hit.
Reroll ones,
because of
yes.
Venerable Dreadnought, legendary model. And no wound.
Okay. Sorry, I said these were Tyranids. They're not. They're regular Stern Guard, squad of 5 with the chaplain.
Yeah, so they got 2 attacks each.
That's the thing about Apocalypse, is you can get the old models out, the legendary stuff.
Just going to do regular shooting.
Go ahead.
There's a combi weapon, which is hitting on 4s. I'm going to do that separate.
Okay.
1 hit. And 2's a fail.
Okay.
And I've got 8 more shots coming in. Hitting on 3s. Bad. 4's to wound, 6 is a devastating wound.
Okay.
So that's another
2. Oh, double 6. We dodged that one.
Now the Tyraniid War veterans, they stood still.
Right.
So they are... Oh, you're not going to like this. So they're anti-Tyranids 4+, and it's just devastating wounds against Tyranids keyword.
Oh, is it really? Good for them. They're going to need all the help they can get.
Okay, so hitting on 2s, because that counts as heavy.
Oh, by the way, there's an apothecary. We added an apothecary in as well, just for thematics, and it was a bit lonely. We couldn't allocate him to any squads in reserve, so there is a doctor on board. Okay. Sure. They're pretty good.
So hitting on 3s. And just 4s to do devastating wounds.
Cool.
So
Double 6. Yeah.
Just shot up.
Picked one off. Alright, and he's... Yeah, I don't know, he killed 4 though. They do absorb the damage pretty good now with 2 wounds each.
Chaplains with them, I've got to do litany of...
Chaplain, have you not a weapon?
Doesn't matter. I've done it now. I'll check the rules for him later. So
I think he's plasma pistol when he's out of range.
he's out of range anyway.
Okay. So yeah, we're saying the Storm, just to make up the points, we're saying the Storm Raven is operable. Obviously, Tyranids can shoot at it, charge it, and destroy it entirely.
Hurricane bolters. 3s. It's not great. Force to wound, but re-rolling because of twin linked. And re-rolling. 2 wounds. There you go. Paid off.
Put a wound on one, which is enough to slay another one of these things.
Twin las cannon. That's a hit. 2's to wound. That is a wound.
Not blocked.
And pulverised and a D6,
D6 plus
1.
1. Yeah, another one gone.
Right.
Okay.
And multi-melters. So that's 2 shots. 2 hits. And strength is 9.
2's to wound.
Re-rolling because of twin linked. And that's 2 wounds at AP -4.
Save, foul both.
Ridiculous damage. It's just D6 dead and D6 dead.
Okay.
Storm Strike Eagle. Storm Strike rockets. 1 hit. And failed.
Okay. We're saying maybe they're like homing rockets, you know, they fire out that way and then come around.
Yeah.
Okay, firepower from the Storm Raven done.
Drop pod over there.
Bit of drop pod Dakar. James just resolving all the firepower at this end.
Nothing.
All of it being directed across this direction here, so almost destroying, you know, Geniuses. But James has killed it a lot. But look at all these squads lined up. Panicking yet, James?
Nope.
Are you sweating?
Nope.
Okay.
Servitors have a ballistic skill of 6+, but the heavy bolter is heavy, so it counts hitting on 5s.
5s, off you go.
6 shots.
I think 6s might be sustained. Sustained hit though with heavy bolter. Get an extra hit.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's the auto bolter.
No, normal bolter.
Normal bolter.
Yeah, heavy bolter.
So
That is a hit. No, it's a foul.
That's a fail.
No, that was a
wound.
That is a wound, yeah. 1 wound comes
AP
through.
-1.
It's damage 2 as well. Oh, we block it. Okay. We'll check if that's sustained. Normal heavy bolters are, but regardless of what's happened, it's been blocked anyway.
Made them a bit better.
Yep, they are sustained hits. Now, James has done some firepower across there in the entrance, but is it enough? There's danger here for this rescue party already. And does James have enough reach to try and take some of those models and units out with firepower from here? We'll have to see. Plenty of firepower lined up, depending on the targets that James can reach with range and line of sight. We'll play these as ruins. So there is obscuring terrain here on the board. These larger structures across here. Uniform armor container walls, just a few barricades. And then the walls here, we are saying that the infantry can't break through. It's too high and electrified. So keeping the Geniuses across here at bay at least. But there's the main entrance that they're heading to. And there's still plenty of Geniuses heading that way.
You got +1 to the dice as well because of blast.
+2, squad of 10. James is liking the look of this. He's lining up a lot of dice here. Vindicator firepower is being lined up. James is committing this to an Ultramarines friend. It's going to fire the whole battery here.
Paul David Gray.
Paul David Gray. ×3 for firepower from these Vindicators.
Very nasty. And it's +2 as well. So anyway, here we go. So D6 +3 +2. Thingy.
Boy.
1.
That's a 1, but even a 1 goes up
It's
to
fine.
6.
So 6 shots.
God, it really makes the difference if you roll badly.
Hitting on 3s.
James is trying to pulverise Gene Stealers here. Looking for 3s.
I'm checking Gilliman's influence.
Okay, Gilliman can't help with the dice there.
Not at the moment.
2s.
2's ridiculous. Yep.
Okay.
AP -3.
Starting off with 3. 2 1s is enough to destroy
Damage
2 of those.
is D6.
Straight D6.
Straight D6.
Oh, go ahead. Just the 1, and then destroy the next one. Okay, 1 Gene Stealer destroyed. Alright, so they are individual models. This one will be D6 +3 +1 now, because it's a 9 model unit you're shooting at. And he's rolled another 1.
5 shots.
Oh, that's frustrating.
2 wounds.
2 wounds come through. It's not as devastating as I thought. If we can pass some invuln saves, which you do block 1, so D6 on 1. If he rolls a 1, he'll go mad. 6 pulverized, red mist. Okay, so 2 destroyed. The next one, D6 plus 3 plus 1. A 2, you're getting better.
6.
Oh dear. 3s. Okay. James will save that firepower. We'll do better against the monsters. 4 wounds come through. We'll try and block on that 5 plus invulnerable save, which we do. Block 1. So 3 lots of D6 here. First one. No, and then it kills the second one. And the next one. 2 killed in total. So 2 slain from that squad. 2 more.
Right,
So 4 in total. Gilliman next. Try and set an example for his troopers. Double 3.
Strength is 6, AP minus 2, 2 damage.
3 to wind. Snake eyes. What can you do? He's checking. Nothing. Oh man, duds. Someone's sabotaged your ammunition.
What are there? 7 casualties.
Yeah, just we've pushed ahead with a bit of firepower here.
Slung.
Oh, James is still in the middle of firing with the Dreadnought, which seems to be causing a lot of trouble here for this Gene Stealer squad. There's casualties down here as well, quite heavy. That came from here. The Lascan shots coming through. Once those wounds get through, they're just picking off Gene Stealers here, so wiping out half the squad.
And can you please make another 4 saves?
Uh-oh. None of them.
They did.
Nope. Target destroyed entirely. Brushed aside here by the advancing Ultramarines. Good for them. Half the squad across here. Destroyed by Predator firepower. Plus the intercessors that could see. So this is pretty good.
Icarus. Sorry, 29.
James has got some long range firepower left from the repulsor to fire up across in this direction.
Missed.
I think your firepower is coming to an end, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. That's
All right.
out of range 36.
Okay, actually, firepower is finished. You happy enough, James? You happy enough?
Yeah, I'm happy.
That's good, okay. Mood's good. Okay, I'm just going to monitor the mood with James here for this game.
That's going to have... Oh, no, they just turned up. They can't do that yet.
Okay. Right, so the relief force has arrived. Initial contact has been good, sweeping aside 1 Gene Stealer squad, half destroying another, keeping healthy range and distance between James and the enemy. Then across here, some damage coming through, a little bit worrying. There are Gene Stealer squads poised and ready to move and potentially charge, so we may well see some close combat soon enough. All right, and that marks the end of the turn, so we're going to go on to... What are you doing? Charging. Oh.
Plug the gap.
Plug the gap. Do it. You could stop the whole Gene Stealer force from breaking through, James. What is that?
That's a 6.
6 and a 1. 7. Right, come on, reroll. Stop. Get a friend. Call upon a friend.
Oh!
This is it. You can plug the gap.
Chris Kaminsky.
Oh no, not the Chris Kaminsky dice.
Charge!
No, you've chosen the wrong one. What is that?
8.
8. Oh, they're fickle. I should have warned him before he rolled the Chris Kaminsky dice, but no, 1 inch short here. Terminators do not plug the gap.
Burn to CP.
Which means there's a gap in the line for the Gene Stealers to pour through. This could all be ruined if we can... Oh boy, hang on a second. If we can sneak, we could cause a lot of trouble here. We'll go on to turn 2 here for the Tyranids. Now, it's not just this stuff that's going to be on the board. We've got an entire Tyranid army about to arrive, and they're going to turn up all the way around the edge of this board. The shape of the game is about to change drastically. Turn 2 for the Tyranids coming up next. Alright, so movement's done for the Tyranids. We did warn James there'd be a lot of them arriving, and they have stormed onto the battlefield here. All of a sudden, the Ultramarines looking rather swamped on the board. All movement is done. There is Overwatch, which you've saved. We'll capture that on camera. James has been waiting. Fingers on triggers, ready to unload some Overwatch here, but it's just a tiny event in this rather large struggle now on the board. So, how do you feel now? How do you feel now, James?
Don't care.
Doesn't care. He's not rattled.
To me, they are just models waiting to die.
Models waiting to die. Okay. I think James is. He'd be encouraged enough to have Guilliman on the board. That's for sure. Some have been asking why would the Ultramarines bother with just such a small group across here to rescue them? But they are of purer blood than regular humans. Ultramarines will sacrifice all to save one, wouldn't they, James? They would, yes. Okay, right. So we'll go on.
We are a noble chapter.
We'll go on to Overwatch here. We'll cover a bit of movement first of all. So Trigons arrived here. Trigons arrived over here. A lot of these monsters we randomised where they ended up. So both Hive Tyrants have turned up actually back here. Tyrannifexes are stacked up behind here as well. Just random allocation for where they could arrive. Exocrines landed across here as well. So Tyranids, their heavy firepower is actually concealed away. It's not going to be available to shoot much this turn. Tervigon, regular gaunts in here. One squad here, one squad here, advancing on. Ripper Swarms going inside the factory. 2 squads of those. Close combat or melee weapon warriors across here. A brood of 2 Carnifexes pushing through in this direction. The Gene Stealers that were here have advanced and continuing to scuttle along the wall and the fence. Then there were some Gene Stealers, they were to be placed over here, so they've just arrived there. Gene Stealers that were here, those that were there have moved across, and the ones from behind here have moved around. James is getting ready now to overwatch these with the Broodlord. We'll do that in just a moment. Carnifexes, brood of 2. Brood of 2. 1. And another pair here. And another 2 here as well. As the Annihilators turned up here as well. And they rolled a 6 from advanced rolls, so storming across the road, then turning to face with sabres drawn to face off against Guilliman. And is the Swarm Lord. Will they clash? They are so close, James. Surely they'll fight once again, which is what we were looking for. And that was randomisation. Randomised where it turned up and it's gone just to there. But the Swarm Lord, Chris Comiskey in command of that one. Who's been allocated to Guilliman?
Guilliman's a monster.
Oh, right. James.
He's independent.
No allocation. Okay, so it's independent from James's Patronic support. It's more of a group effort with him. As this is a Morlock turning up here. And then shifting across in this direction. So we put the swifter desert type speedy beasts across this side. So Exocrine warriors as synapse here. Hormagaunts rolling up some random rolls for advancing. So moving on and advancing. Squad here. 2 warrior squads. Ben Harris's squad is here. Hive Crones turned up across here as well. Ravenous very swift. They've moved in. And 3 squads of Hormagaunts across here as well. Tyranny Warriors, 1 squad here. Midnight Miniatures squad over on this flank. Another squad sneaking through across here. So just as James faces the entrance across the other side, all of a sudden Tyranids pour on from behind. So really the shape of the game has changed most drastically. James has one option for Overwatch. I think it's going to be... Who's going to do it? The Terminators at the back?
Shooting Terminator.
Okay. So that's it. Everything the Tyranids have is on the board. And we have said that reinforcements will be on 6s, so unlikely for destroyed units to return. James, you just got to kill all this stuff that's on the board and you'll be fine.
Because you do not provoke me whatsoever. We are cool as blue, calm as a space marine.
I've noticed that.
And
You're much
deadly as the Emperor.
much more calm and collected when James is playing Ultramarines. He gets a bit more panicky when he's Astra Militarum. Have observed that.
6s to hit, but re-rolling because of Oath of Moment.
Okay. Get those 6s. He's going to kill a couple, but it's just not going to be enough. And be careful, because my squad has devastating wounds, thanks to the Broodlord.
Yes, we get +1 to wound.
So, Terminators are about to die. Absolutely. Searching for 6s. Oh, you've got your chaplain to help out, haven't you?
Yes.
3s to win, then.
3 to win because of a litany of hate.
Nice.
That's 6 wounds.
Okay. 5 plus
We've
vulnerable
got
saves.
devastating wounds with our thunderhammers.
Oh, right. Yes, you do. Oh, we block 3. All right. She's killed one, put a wound on another.
Cyclone missile launcher.
Okay.
2d6 shots using fragmentation.
Is it blast?
1, yeah. It's
Plus
blast.
2?
Plus 2.
Yep.
I'm going to use a CP to re-roll.
No way.
Oh, yes. Way.
Okay.
So I'm down to...
I suppose every gene seal that's
6
slain
hard
does
ones
help.
Left. Oh, come on. Come on.
How can you
4
do
shots. I don't know. My blast is not good. Re-rolling because
that? Plagued by 1s. Oh, he's got 2 6s.
+1 to wound, so be strength 4 to +1 to wound, so it's actually freeze. And that's 1 wound.
Might be enough to kill a second one. It is. Right, 2 gene sealers slain. Alright, so you got enough command points to interrupt play there, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, okay. We'll resolve the damage that the Morlock's done, and then we'll push on to shooting for the Tyranids on their second turn. Alright, so we have resolved the mortal wounds. Now, I was playing by the old rules. You still have to deep strike your normal distance away with the Morlock, so at 9 inches, and then the devastating wounds reaches 12 inches. So I was able to reach the Dreadnought and the Intercessor squad, who've lost a model and taken a wound, and the Dreadnought's taken a wound as well, dropping down to 12. But that's all the damage coming through from the Morlock. Couldn't reach deeper into the Space Marine ranks. We've also resolved firepower across here. So we've fired all the warriors. All Death Spitters are in range. The Venom Cannons are in range, but struggling to wound. Death Spitters wounding on 6s, Venom Cannons on 5s. A couple did get through. Tentaclid Strike worked out well as well, causing some more trouble for the Storm Raven Gunship. It's now dropped down to 8 wounds left, so it's not dead, but damage is starting to come through from the warriors. Just their firepower starting to chip wounds away from this downed craft. All right, so we have resolved a bit of firepower from the Trigon. It did pick off a wound from one of the Marines across there. The other one that's at the corner of that building did take off a wound from one of the aggressors as well. So I'm going to fire him. He's actually got shooting, James. Did you know that? So he can fire his harpoon. The only target we can go after, really, would be Hellblasters or Marines across here. We'll fire into these Hellblasters, see if we can harpoon a couple of them. So we need 2s with 2 shots for the Toxin Injector harpoon. 2 hits do come through. Then we're looking at 2s to wound. Yeah, I'm going to command reroll that one.
That's your only command reroll, that's a 1.
And it's a 1. Okay, so 1 comes through. AP -3, so James can take a save of a 6+, otherwise this harpoon is just going to go straight through the chest of one of these Marines. Yeah. No, okay. And the damage is D6 +1. So 4 wounds taken.
On 4+, he'll get to shoot.
Oh, right, got them.
Just double checking the rules. On a 3+, actually.
Okay.
That's a 5.
Okay,
I may as well
return 5.
supercharge.
Might as well.
Going to target the... Oh.
Just fire back at him.
Yeah, I'm going to fire back at him. Why not?
Okay, go for it.
I have a lieutenant nearby as well. So needing
3s. That's a lethal.
No, just 1 hit.
Yeah, lethal.
Lethal hit.
AP -3.
AP -3, supercharged.
Failed.
2 damage.
Take 2 damage, dropping down to 14.
Yep.
I'm going to fire the Humble Gaunts, but they've got Strangle Webs. And we're going to go auto hits into this squad across here. 8 hits.
Strangle Webs.
Oh yes, James. Yes. Some of the old weapons have made a comeback now. So 8 hits come through. Looking for some. Oh boy, there's trouble. There's 4 mortal wounds coming through, or devastating wounds coming through with those auto hitting weapons. One model in 10 can take a strangle web, so that's the configuration for them. So 2 models slain from the Intercessor squad. Not all these are in range. Going to fire the Flesh Borers now, looking for 4s. And they'll be on 3s to wound. Yeah, 3 come through. So James can make 3 saves of 3+. Here, coming through next. In 3s.
Oh, come on.
You're plagued by bad dice rolls here. Swap to the greys. The grey dice a bit better.
Nah.
You stick with the reds. Okay, that's I think it's 2 more models. There's already a wound on 1, and then 2 more wounds coming through as well. Or 3 wounds, so that makes 2 more models. Alright, so next up, Carnifexes. There's the shooty ones just here. We're going to go after that Dreadnought. Going to fire into him to see what kind of damage we can cause.
What's the AP minus?
So, yeah, it's going to be the Heavy Venom Cannon. AP -2 on that one. Armour of Contempt, good idea. Okay, so AP -1 in total. It'll take James to a 4-up save. One we're wrong. It'll take it to a 3-up save. She's starting a 2-up with that thing. Oh boy. It's going to be hard to punch the armour here. So Heavy Venom Cannon, on both of these, they're a brood of 2. So 2d3 shots coming through. This is Jordan Russell, Eldar player, Patronic Dice, 3 shots. And we are looking for 4s for hits coming through. That's right, James is going to pop smoke, but he doesn't have it. They've actually all hit. Now, what is your toughness? Yeah, it's 5s to wound. 1 comes through, and it's a 3-up save. Okay, here comes the save. Should be easy.
Yeah.
Blocked. All right, no damage coming through at all. Boy, oh boy. All right, so Stranglethorn Cannons. It's coming from these 2 Carnifexes across here. They're in range. They're a brood of 2, so I'll fire them together. So it's 2d6. So it's 8 shots coming through. This is Carl Roden firepower. So that's 8 attacks. Then we get +1 for the weapons. So it's 2 in total. And then the size of the squad is another +1 on top of that as well. Again, we're looking for 4s. With these, and we get a good few. It's not too bad. It's okay. And then we're looking for 3s to wound. 3 come through. -1, bit of cover, back up to 3s. 2 damage each time. Blocks most. 1 comes through, so another model slain. But Tyranid firepower is pretty tame. That's middle squad. Have you lost someone?
I've lost someone, yeah.
Who is it?
Donald Hammer.
Donald Hammer slain. Brother Hammer brought down at this point on the battlefield. Yeah, firepower from these is not too bad. They've got the double monstrous Tans, but they've also equipped with the bioplasma, which has come through and killed 2 more of these. James shot back, did cause a wound, we failed to save, command rerolled it, and then passed. So still on 14 with the non-simulator. 3 casualties in total now. Add on the Hellblasters. So
you got 2+ armour save.
He does, yeah, 2-up armor saves, pretty good. No invuln save though for him. That's bioplasma firepower. It's range 12 though, so the others are going to be out of range for firepower. I think we've finished across here. All this firepower is complete. Right, so most of the Tyranid firepower is done apart from some. I've just had a beady-eyed look. I'm sorry about this, James, but I can't resist. Firepower from this thing, which you can see nicely over the wall and the fence. I think we're going to try and take the Storm Raven down.
Oh, I thought you were going to target the Venerable Dreadnought.
Oh yeah, all right, then I'll shoot at him. Okay, so we'll fire at the Venerable. Oh. Yeah, because we had talked about it off camera. It's right. I had to clear it. It's 1 into each. One's going. I'm not going to split it. I am going to split it, and then whatever the result is, I'm just going to stick with what I've called out here.
Do you know what I've noticed about these new data cards?
Yes.
There's no narrative intro.
Oh right. Oh yeah.
Whereas the older ones did.
Okay. So.
It's all in the Codex, that's why.
We'll go for. We'll do this one first. We're going to shoot at the Storm Raven Gunship. So we'll go for this one here first of all. We'll use the longbow BB dice. We'll go into the Venerable Dreadnought across the other side. We'll just zoom in so you can see where he is. There he is, just minding his own business, shooting Gene Stealers down. He's about to be shot at here in a crossfire from the Tyranids. So it's Rupture Cannon. It's the most dangerous shooting weapon the Tyranids have on the board. 2 shots, heavy. We have moved. We need 3s. Smoke?
I do.
You do? Oh, James, use it.
Yeah.
He's popping smoke.
It has the smoke keyword, so yes.
Good for you, James. Using the longbow BB dice, we now need... Well,
4s.
we need 4s. That could save him. Oh, James. 4 and 6. I've already used my command rerolls. We're going to go straight up for wounds. Strength, 18. Toughness 9. Toughness 9. It's exactly double. And 2 plum wounds come through. If you've got any kind of protection here, we are looking at AP -4.
6-up armour save.
6-up armour. It's cover in between, James. So
I need box cars.
cover in between.
Oh, so 5s and 6s.
5s and 6s.
I will call upon Maxfield Knuckles.
Oh, he's going to call upon a patron, of course.
The army group.
2 saves of 5+.
Come on, Maxfield.
Pass these and James will explode. If he doesn't...
Save 1.
Oh! Next to the statue.
Yes.
Good old statue. Triggered. Damage of is 2d6.
3,
And 1.
4.
4. You're alive.
I'm alive with 5 wounds remaining.
You survived.
Declare you split.
Yeah, no, split will stick to the plan, but Dreadnought lives. It's taken some damage, smashed in the arm by the rupture cannon, but it lives and can still stand defiant onto James's next turn. Good job. Right, so the next one, into the Storm Raven Gunship. 2 shots, needing 3s this time. And we'll commit this to a Tyranid friend. We have a few. We'll go for Tyranids Gardener here, Beast Snaggers, and Death Guard. 3s. 2s to wound. 1 wound does come through. AP minus 4.
Toughness 10.
Oh, is it? Yeah, that wounds that comes through.
Yes, so I need a... It's AP
Minus
minus
4. Cover. 6 up.
6 up. Armour save is...
Must be a 3+.
3+. The Valkyrie has got a better armour save than a Storm Raven.
No. 2d6 damage. We roll high enough, which we don't. That's whole facing. 7. 1 wound left. One wound left, okay. Alright, so I think that's firepower done across the board here. There was an opportunity for long-range firepower, heavy firepower from the Tyranids to take down some targets, but they did not. So James survives with both of those vehicles. Charges, yes, there are. Brace yourselves, we've got close combat coming up. Across the other side of the board, we can zoom in, there it is. Genestealer's about to go into the 2 ranks of Terminators. Alright, so charges taking place. We've got one across here that did go ahead. Trigon's gone in, rolled a 9 for his charge. The stuff that's turned up from the flanks, we've given the Tyranids some advantage of coming on the board and so on, but they can't arrive and charge. This tried and failed, but these across here and across the other side, it's all the kind effects and so on. No charges allowed from those. So yes, we do get that initial arrival on the board, but as far as combats are concerned, it'd be James that would be able to react first to that if he wants to get involved in close combats against these. I imagine it would be you want to use firepower to clear the way. Although there's some models, like Dreadnought's happy enough to get stuck into close.
With 14 attacks.
Oh, right.
Or 8 attacks if you wanted to do a...
We'll see. He's got to wade through a lot of stuff. And then across here, charges were successful. Apart from this one, we tried to sneak these through to here, but failed to charge. Command rerolled and still failed. This squad went around, contacted both squads, headed by the Broodlord. The other squad rolled really high and went all the way around here, again contacting both squads. So we truly do have an epic fight. But where would these Genestealers be, James, if you didn't have those Terminators there? They formed a thin blue line here to try and keep the Genestealer assault back. If James can repulse this, there is a bit of a gap in between the next slot of Tyranid units. So, saviours they are, there's no doubt about that for the Terminators. We'll pick one of these Tyranid units to strike first. Just saying, James, there's 2 ways you can rescue these.
Mm-hmm.
There's the rescue, bringing the second Storm Raven in, pick them up and fly away. Mm-hmm. There is another way to rescue them. Link up your 2 forces and escort them off the board. Now, it's a bit of a distance, but just saying that's another possibility. If James pushes through this way, and he can push through that way and link up, then you can get your prisoners, or get your assets off the board on foot, as opposed to an airborne rescue. So there's 2 options available. James can think about that. It's quite early on here in the game. We'll pick the Broodlord squad. We'll fight with those. It's Miara in charge of them. We'll fight with them next. So, and bear in mind, James has got interrupt play on standby. Got enough CPs for that one?
Yep.
Yeah, he has, yeah. Alright, so Broodlord, first of all, we're looking at 5 attacks and 2s. And they've all hit. Nice. And we're looking for strength 6, toughness 5, 3s to wound.
I'm doing Arm of Contempt, by the way.
Go ahead. So we're looking at 3 wounds coming through. No 6s.
By the way.
Yep.
6 is a devastating.
Nothing scary. AP minus 1. So 3 up saves on 3 dice. Looking tough enough. James has grabbed the Winston Adkins dice for defence.
2 wounds. They got 4 wounds each.
Damage 2.
Oh, the damage 2 a time. They'll take a Terminator off because of the Storm Shield.
Fine. This one? This one?
Oh, it's tough.
It's painful, isn't it? Alright, so Terminator removed from here. We'll now go on to the regular Genestealers and their attacks. So these are the attacks from the regular Genestealers. They've come from the artist formerly known as Vij, by the way. He's in charge of that unit, of the Patronic role. So we're looking at 2s for hits. Crazy 2s for hits. There's some 1s. There is some 1s, no doubt about that.
Jingliu's 2s to hits.
As standard,
That's
yeah.
standard.
And now we're going to fish for 6s. Now we're not twin linked or anything like that, which would be useful. 5s to wound, 6s are great.
2 wounds.
I got a feeling that we are going to bounce off these Terminators
3 wounds.
because that's mortals or devastating, so they come through.
Is it mortal wounds?
Devastating.
Devastating, right. Because the chaplain's there.
We're bouncing off, James. Look at this. So you've now got AP minus... Well, you've played Armour of Contempt, right?
Yeah.
-1. So 3 up saves on 4 dice.
Mm-hmm.
And those come through.
That's it.
That's it. James is set to lose like a model here. Oh boy. And he does, alright. So that's going to slay a Terminator, this one here.
Yeah, that's made a huge difference, proofing up their toughness.
To toughness 5, massive difference. And then we need 1 more wound, and that's all the damage coming through from them. Then James is free to interrupt play. Not too bad. Terminators really are solid. Because of the chaplain.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. James is going to interrupt play with this unit, not these. So you get more models. You've got the chaplain in the unit as well. So James is going to put the chaplain's going to go across here. 3 of the Terminators with power fists, and then 2 lots of sword, and then power fist into the squad of geniuses that's already made its attacks. So if James can blunt these, that'll be good. James is committing this combat to Sam Hermes to try and reduce these geniuses down as much as possible.
They'll be hitting on +1 to hit because I have Oath of Moment on them. So hitting on 2s.
Right. Oh, very, very useful. Very good.
Hitting on 2s.
This is power sword.
Power sword, yeah.
That's from the
And
sergeant there
also
with the
be
banner.
wounding on 2s because it's strength 5 +1 to wound because of the chaplain
Nice.
with Litany of Hate.
Okay.
And that's 3 6s.
666.
I wish that was devastating wounds.
See if we can dodge. We do not, James. We do not.
Damage is 1.
1. Model slain. Wound on another.
I'm actually hitting on 3s
With the chain fist.
because of the Oath of Moment.
Yeah, here it comes.
2 hits.
2 hits come through.
Strength 8.
2's to wound.
1
1 comes through. Try and
Nice.
dodge
2.
this. Yeah, it goes
2
through.
damage.
That's fine. So that's him slain. Yep. Okay, next one.
Next up,
That's those 2 done. So we shift across here. It's 3 Terminators all equipped with power fists.
so I've got 9 attacks.
Okay, +1 to the hit rolls. Okay,
3 attacks each. So actually hitting on 2s.
nice. Chaplain's a good addition. 2's to wind.
Hold on a second. I'm within 6.
Of what?
I get to reroll 1s because of the Venerable Dreadnought. So
Is
actually I
that
get
still a
another hit.
rule?
Yeah, I'll check.
We'll check, see if he has the aura ability.
He does. I just read it. Within 6 of this model. Each time a model in that unit makes an attack, reroll the hit
useful.
roll of 1. So I actually get another hit roll from earlier on.
Yeah.
So that was a
3 up.
yeah, another 3 up to hit. That was a hit as well.
2's to wind.
And another 2. That's a little wound.
Fouled. Just killed another one.
With another one.
Oh boy.
So I get to reroll these 3 1s now.
Yes.
Because of the Venerable Dreadnought. And they
Turned the ball
as
into
well.
hits. God, what a stonewall he truly is. Solid as a rock. He may be a relic, maybe a legend, but he's most welcome here.
2s to wound.
2's to win. And all of them except 1. Wow, this is pretty good.
-2.
How many have we got here? 8.
8.
Better get some 5s. Yeah, I know. Better get some 5s. We get 2s. We're going to lose 6. 3. 6. Destroyed. Oh, Terminators, hoorah, clearing their lines. Chaplain to swing next with his attacks.
Chaplain gets 5 attacks. He is weapon skill 2+.
Come on. He'll be 2s to hit, rerolling 1s. This is hyper efficient stuff here. Reroll that 1 for the Emperor, hoorah.
Yeah.
Yes. 2s to wound, here it comes.
Wound.
Come on.
4 wounds.
4 of them come through.
AP -1.
AP -1. Oh, we dodged 3. 1 more
2
comes
damage.
through. Okay, another 1 gone. That's 7 slain. That's 3 left from that squad. That's those 3 there. The rest have been destroyed, though. Very good stuff from the Terminators. And these ones are still yet to fight.
At long last,
Oh,
praise the Emperor. Terminators are rock.
James is
After
happy.
all the
I'd be
additions
happy
that
with that.
I've been complaining about how rock Terminators are.
Looking for 2s.
Oh.
Gene Stealers are bouncing off here.
This is on 2s to hit and you're struggling.
5s to wound.
5 to wound, so toughness 5.
Oh, 2. and you've played the Armour of Contempt on it still. Oh, so it's 3s to block these. You'll not die. Take another wound, but it's going to be absorbed on these 4 wound toughness 5 Terminators. Okay, so that's me done. Now you can swing back. All right, so here they come. Thunderhammers swinging.
Hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the influence of the Venerable Dreadnought.
They're all going to do it. Yes, they are. Oh, no.
The wound. 6s are devastating.
Get some 6s. You're going to cause big trouble. This is the roll. This is the roll. Everyone's rooting for these Terminators. I can see 2 go through. You on 2s to wound?
2s to wound.
Right, okay. So take away those 2. I've got a 2 go straight through, and then I've got a dodge on 5 of these with 5+ invulnerable saves. Oh, man. Right, so that's 4 gone. There and there and there. Okay. And then your Mortals kills him and puts 2 wounds onto the Broodlord. James has got through to him. Ouch. So we've seen a major clash here. Terminators taking on Genestealers. Terminators, there's no doubt about it. They have prevailed here. They've decimated my Genestealer force. There's not much of them left on the board. So well done to the Ultramarines. The initial breaking across here has been mostly driven back by the Terminators. Bear in mind it's James's turn next. He's kept much of his force alive. This has stood its ground, even helping in close combat with the reroll 1's ability. This squad is freed up. James could try and push around and maybe plug this gap once again with these Terminators. Truly they are great defenders of the Imperium. That's the turn finish. No, it's not. We've got close combat across the other side, actually. Right, combat's resolved across here. James is outclassed, half of his squad being destroyed by the Trigon. Lots of attacks come through, 3 wounds caused in return, but all saved without armour. So half that squad destroyed. Good result there with the Trigon storming in across this side of the board. So that's it. Turn comes to an end. The situation is not lost for the Space Marines. They've done well, especially across here against the Genestealers. James has got bigger problems to deal with, though. There's a massive ring of fast-moving Tyranids closing in from the desert.
Battle shock.
Battle shock to resolve, at the start, James's turn. No, I do, but James doesn't. His Terminator squad is still above half strength, so he's okay. Alright, then across here, this is dangerous. A lot of Tyranid monsters and might pushing through from this side and across the other side as well. There's a massive heap of Carnifexes, Broodlord available, the Norn Assimilator, these nasty monsters to bring down. But James's heart will remain strong here with Guilliman in amongst the ranks of the Space Marines. The game's beginning to heat up now. Can James link up? Can he bring in relief from the skies? There are reserves to arrive. We'll go on to James's turn next for the Ultramarines. So, turn 2 for the Ultramarines coming up next. The situation is dire, but the Space Marines are solid enough. We'll go on to the second turn of the game for the Space Marines next. Right, so turn 2 for the Space Marines. Bit of a change of plan with James. Haven't you, James? Mm-hmm. Okay, right. So the original plan was to... I mean, it might go back to the original, but the original plan was to bring a Storm Raven Gunship in, go for extraction, perhaps escort the assets up here, but this is looking a bit too hot around the flanks here. The Hormigaunt's closing in very, very quickly indeed. So James is going to go for the second option, which is the extraction on the ground. So it's all about closing this gap across here, which James has endeavoured to do. So the command party instructed to back away from the Storm Raven Gunship, which has just got one wound left, so it's going to blow any second, and very thematically leaving the servitors behind.
They're already under a death penalty because they're servitors. Their minds have been wiped in the
Yes.
and they're just going to be sat there and just killed.
Dackering away. No,
Dackering
it's
away.
very appropriate. So servitors will remain to fire here and abandon these. James is going to abandon the drop pods and the extraction's begun. So they're moving out on foot, heading across in this direction. Tyrannic War veterans the last to leave. Squad of Stone Guard veterans pushing through with the chaplain, remaining in close combat with the Thunderhammer Terminators. This squad has gone around this way originally to try and plug the gap, but it looks like James is going to try and lead this party through to escape on foot if possible. Venerable Dreadnought moving up a little bit. There is a healthy enough gap here, so for now the Space Marines are a good distance away from their foe in this sector. So the vital part of this, like an artery running through the body, to keep this major artery open and not to let it get clogged with Tyranid units.
4 wounds remaining, +1 to hit because of the Tech Marine blessing of the Omnis Eye.
Yeah, so Dreadnought on his left-hand side is Gilliman himself, who's advanced. James has gone into Assault Doctrine. So Gilliman pushing forwards. Looks like we are going to see a showdown between these two. And James, making it unfair, has put Oath of the moment onto the Swarm Lord. Assault Squad's landed here to go after these Gene Stealers. Inceptor Squad of 6 has landed here. Meteoric Descent lets you land 3 inches or more away. So James has dropped them in here. Their specific target is to wipe out those Gene Stealers across there. If James can do that, that'll eliminate that squad. And again, just create this healthy gap for now. But Tyranids closing in like a pincer manoeuvre on both sides. This is the main problem for James. A heap of Carnifexes to try and get through. And then these monsters here at the front. But James has this weight of stuff across here. The Vindicators pushing forwards. Hellblasters. 2 Intercessor squads pushing through. The Tech Marines pushed up to support the Dreadnought. Repulsors across here. Now James is going to abandon this flank or retreat back from this flank. So aggressors have moved away from that corner. Backing out of close combat with the Intercessors. And the Triple Predators reverse. They're hitting reverse gear and backing off in this direction. I think it's a wise move. The whole aim now for James is to try and keep this corridor open for the Space Marines and to get them away as quickly as possible. They're on foot, so there is some distance to cover here. But if you keep these Tyranids back and you can create a safer zone around here, then I think victory will be assured. James does still retain reserves. 3 squads of Assault Marines still to arrive from Deep Strike, and the Storm Raven, James... And the Dreadnought inside as well. James keeping those in reserves to bring on critical points in the game. This is the main threat across here. If James can deal with this, and he can break through across this direction, that'll be a major step forwards here for the Space Marines. And a very professional rescue mission, James. Looking good. Mm. Why face the Tyranids? Why not just run away from them? Good for you, James.
We don't run away.
Well, you are running.
Enemies.
All right.
We are Space Marines.
Okay. You fall back and regroup. There you go. All right, we'll go on to shooting phase next. Right, Predator tank, just this one for now. James wants to try and take the Trigon down. That's the first aim to secure this flank.
Go then.
Right, Hunter Killer, this is Daniel Baker, firepower coming
plus.
through. 2's to hit.
Hit.
Just about, okay.
Strength 14.
3's to wound. Good for you, James. Got it.
AP -3.
-3?
Yep.
Not saved.
D6 damage. Each time a ranged attack is made by this model allocated to a monster or vehicle, you can reroll the damage roll of a 1.
Oh, cool.
And that's a
5. Just straight up D6.
Yep.
9 wounds left.
I'm going to do the
Twin las.
twin las cannon.
Is it single shot or is it 2?
It's single shot.
Yeah.
Just double checking. Twin linked. Yep.
Okay, need a 3.
Fires a hit.
Freeze to wound.
Freeze to wound, re-rolling because it's twin linked. Re-rolling because it's twin linked. That's a 6.
This is good. Yes. No.
D6 plus 1.
It's not a 3 up. Nope.
6
5 plus 1, 6. Oh, good shooting, James. Well done. Trigon's going to go.
2 more layers cannons.
2 more laser cannon shots.
Missed.
Missed. Oh. Yeah, James wants a nice clean kill here, so we're going to go for this Predator at the back. He's saving Kronos. Anti-killing missile is going to go across the other direction against the Norna Simulator, but all the laser cannon shots are going to go into him, and this is Henrik Presson here with his firepower to aid and assist the Ultramarines.
Twin laser cannon.
This could do it by itself if he
Forward
gets the
hits.
hit, which he does.
3 to wound.
Doesn't get the
Re-rolling 'cause it's
wound.
twin linked. That's a wound. AP minus 3.
Gotta get a 6. No.
D6 plus 1.
Oh. Oh, God, do we explode? No. Monster destroy. Well done. That was Amy Almo. Phoenix Lord removed from play. That's efficient killing from the Predators. They may be first spawn, but they're decent enough. Oh, yes. This is a hunter-killer missile shot. And it misses the Norna Simulator. Okay. Kronos.
Spend a...
CP now. It's a shame, isn't it? It's a waste of a single shot.
Yeah, I'm going to stay as CP.
Okay. Kronos.
Kronos. He's nasty. He's hitting on 2s.
Into
With all
this
his weapons.
simulator.
Yep.
There it comes.
This is the... I may as well do all 3 lads cannons. And...
No, you may as well. Oh, you may as well because they're already rollable.
Uh-huh.
Gotcha. Okay. 2 misses, though. Ouchie.
Spend a CP now.
Oh. Oh.
2 hits.
3s to wound the simulator.
Re-rolling because he's Kronos. And that's 2 wounds.
What strength are you? 12?
Las cannon strength.
12. I'm toughness 11. Yeah, okay. 5 ups, would you believe? Block 1. D6 plus 1 damage. 4 and 1's 5. Okay, dropping down to 9 wounds left. Pretty good damage coming through. Normal Simulator is still very much alive, though. But 9 wounds left. Yeah, hunter-killer missile.
2s. Hit. Wounded.
You're wounded. Minus
3.
5 plus. No.
D6.
Hold it right there. Come on. No.
D6 damage.
Yeah, it's good.
4 damage.
Dropping down to 5 wounds left. Norna Simulator's about to go here. Good shooting.
6 plus 3 shots.
Vindicator, firepower. This one at the back. It's commanded by Michael Fryer. Shots are going to go into the Norna Simulator. 5 wounds to try and remove.
Last on my Patreon, CJ Velasco.
Go for it.
D6 plus 3 shots. 1.
Oh, nothing you can do
That's
about
all I
it.
can do. 4 shots.
Needing 3s.
In 3s. 3 hits.
3. Okay, so far so
Strength
good.
is very high, 14.
3s to wound. Good, guys. Nice high caliber weapon. 444. And what is the minus is the question.
3.
5 ups then. Block 1. Damage.
2d6.
2d6. You need 5. Normal Simulator's going to go. This creature's out in pain. 5
it
he
is.
gets. Okay. And, oh, it explodes. Oh, it's an angry beast. Now, it is deadly demise of d6 mortal wounds here. Oh, no. There's a big gap opened up here, by the way. That stack of firepower coming from these, the intercessors there, bolt rifles, doing a very good job. Oh, no. We're going to have to resolve this. What a mess. James is rolling up something. He's celebrating something.
That's 4 wounds.
This is from dead guy. Right, okay. This is from these guys across here.
yeah, that
Supercharging the ones that died. Multiple wounds coming through. Slaying 2. Slaying 3 in total because there's a wound on another guy. It's 5 mortal wounds coming through from him. We took 4 mortal wounds here on this brood. 1 mortal wound across here. I took 4 on him. I sent him to support him and now he's blown up and half killed him. Gilliman was just a fraction of an inch out. And then we caused 4 mortal wounds on the Vindicator across here. So we can now remove him from play. It's another Phoenix Law. They're not lasting too long here. This is Ben Shaw destroyed. That's the new non-assimilator. It's suffering here because it doesn't have an invulnerable save. So it's been removed from play. Ouch. Take that away. Yeah, good work. And where were these coming through? From the guys that were slain?
Yeah, shooting.
And to this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
3 lethal hits and a wound.
Oh, fantastic. And a wound. Okay.
AP -3.
-3. None.
That's 8 damage.
Dead. Woo, you just... Oh, it's taken out card effects.
Oh, no. Sorry. That one.
No, it's a brood. See, I've chosen this one.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Do we destinate? I can't remember if they do. We've rolled a 6, we'll have to check. Probably Deadly Demise of 1. And it is Deadly Demise of 1. Okay, so mortal wounds all round. Do I give it to my own unit? Don't think so. I'll take him off. He can go. This brood at the back. Well, no, this is a separate model. So this one will drop down to 7. Devastating damage so far, James. This is hyper efficiency here from the second from the Ultramarines. He goes as well. 6 inches, we're all clear. Done that. That's his own squad. Done him, and it is going to hit him, so he's going to drop down to a 3. That's another brood of 2.
Well done, Hellblasters.
Good work, Hellblasters. Yeah, now they're taking casualties, but the damage output's very high here. Okay. So these Space Marines, they're spurred on by Gilliman. They are super encouraged.
Gilliman is going to shoot at... Oh, I could shoot at the Swarm Lord, why not?
It's a bit of a Phoenix Law pile up here. Andrew Swan, JP, and Chris Comiskey all in close proximity.
He's on 2s.
This is Gilliman here.
Okay.
Gilliman, sorry.
Strength 6. 5s.
5's to wound.
Nothing.
I was going to say reroll wounds throw for the moment, but no.
No, that's the
Okay.
old rules now.
Right, so James is going to play it safe. He's going to fire what's left of these. They were getting ready to shoot early on, but we had things blow up and they died. There's 4 of them left. They're going to go into this one. They're a bit worried about Crushing Stampede Raw, I think it's called, where we get to Blistering Assault. James shoots at me and I take damage. I can then go D6 plus 2. I can even go into engagement range. So he wants to fire these now because there's a danger of that happening. And they're going to cross over to here to this kind of X.
This is Chris Rhodes' bolt rifle.
Okay.
So he's got
This is from the Lieutenant.
Mastercrafted Bolter. 2 attacks. Hitting on weapon skill 2+, so that's 2 hits.
2 hits coming through.
Strength is 4.
6s.
That's a lethal. No, that's just
Straight up wound.
Straight up wound. 1 wound.
-1. Saved. Start on a 2 up.
Damage 2. That would be. That's Chris Rhodes' lieutenant. Thank you, Chris.
Yep, you got to do something.
You got to do something. Now, rapid firing, supercharging with the Hellblasters into the same target.
Okay.
8 shots.
They're taking a battering in this game. They're right at the very front of the assault here.
That's a lethal hit.
Thanks to the Lieutenant. Yep.
That's the lieutenant. And 1 wound. And I've got to do gets hot rolls.
So we'll go for, James can do that now. 1s will lose models.
Nope.
They're all okay. AP -3
Yeah.
or 4.
F -3.
Blocked 1.
2 damage.
2 damage taken on this kind of X. This one's going to go into here.
Yep.
This is a big, huge roll.
D6 plus 3. I've used my patrons. Now I'm going to steal some of yours.
Yes, if you go to the very top one on your left-hand side, Marcus Anthony. Huge roll, this one. You want a nice big hit to try and damage these as much as possible.
A huge dice roll means a huge dice.
Rizza! Yes. He's a High Fleet Behemoth player.
Oh.
No, he is. He plays. He does play Imperial stuff. Yeah, no, he's a Dark Angels player as well. But not helping out. Oh, 3. Okay.
3 hits.
3's to wound.
Strength 14.
Just a big roll. Oh, 2 go through. Now I've got a chance to stop it. Oh, if it's -3, that was a 6. Is it -3?
Yeah.
We'll block both.
Yeah.
Chitin holds. Right, Blistering Assault move. Well, they now find themselves in engagement range. Roll a 3 there, +2, so in they go. So it was... I missed it when I first used Carnifex's ad, and it was pointed out here. Blistering Assault. Each time an enemy unit is selected to shoot, after the unit has shot, if any models from this unit lost 1 or more wounds as a result of those attacks, this unit can make a Blistering Assault move. If it does, roll 1d6, adding 2 to the result. Each model of this unit can be moved a distance in inches up to the result, but this unit must finish that move as close as possible to the enemy unit, which is what we've done. When doing so, these models can be moved within engagement range of that enemy unit. Each unit can only do it once per phase. That's exactly, we've done it correct. Now find ourselves in close combat.
But you're a monster.
We are.
So that means I'll still get to shoot you at -1.
With non-blasty stuff, correct. So it's tight, but we could still be seen by the repulsor across here. It's las cannon firepower. We'll be able to shoot into that combat to try and alleviate the situation here for the Hellblasters who find themselves in a bit of a Tyranid pickle.
So I'm going to do the repulsor now. So I'm going to do the repulsor defensive array, which is range 18.
Finish off those little nibblers, yes.
Yeah. And then I'm going to do the las talon into them and the las cannon into them. I may as well.
Go ahead.
So the las talon is 2 shots, hitting on 4s, but I need to borrow a Patreon.
Yes, if you go, continue on down the line on the left-hand side, wherever you want to go. Yeah, stand C.
That one?
Yeah, we can go that one. That's Nicholas Lucas. Oh, yeah, he's on your side. He'd be on your side.
Okay. Nicholas Lucas.
2 shots need the 4s.
Yep. Yes!
Oh. Come on. Come on.
Las talon.
James needs this plan to work like clockwork.
Strength is...
Strength 12. One makes it through. -3, right?
-3.
5+ to spoil the show. 6.
You roll 6.
I did. Chitin holds. Next, las cannon shot.
Las cannon.
Need a 4.
5's a
Gets
hit.
the 4.
3
Needs a
to
3.
wound. Wounded.
5+ to spoil the show.
Oh!
6. Oh, man.
Right, defense array.
Yeah, firing across here.
18 shots.
Firepower from here. He's going to try and take out this Carnifex.
Right, don't roll a 1 for the blast.
I wouldn't say that if I were you.
Because I rolled a 4 instead.
Okay.
So 7 shots.
Well, that's not bad.
Give me a Patreon. That one?
Yep, Dan C.
Then C.
Okay, he's an Imperial Guard player. That'll do.
That's good. That's good enough for me. 3s.
Okay.
Strength 14.
3s to wound. Vindicator's good profile. Whoa, 2.
2 AP -3.
Dice rolling's hot so far, but no, both those go through.
2d6.
2d6 damage. 6 you got. 6 you need. Woo-hoo. Do we detonate? Yes, we do. All right, okay, so it's going to be a mortal wound. Dropping down to 6 on here. That's a whole brood. We're out of range of anybody else. But Carnifex removed. The big gap's been opened up here thanks to Space Marine. Firepower. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Okay, Redemption could come in the form of the Redemptor Dreadnought. It's going to fire its Dagger guns across here. It can shoot into close combat. And there's some devastating wounds potential coming through. James hasn't taken the Macroplasma Incinerator. In a rare move seen on the channel, he's actually taking the Heavy Onslaught Gatling Cannon.
Heavy Onslaught Gatling Cannon. The Tech Marine has blessed the Dreadnought.
+1 to the hit
rolls.
rolls.
So I may as well shoot.
Cancels out the -1. So you're on 3s.
Support your brothers.
Yes.
This is the first Heavy Onslaught Gatling Cannon, hitting on 3s.
Oh, there's a lot of 6s in there. Imagine if that was the wound roll.
Now this is Strength 6.
Strength 6, Toughness 9. 5s are good. 6s are very, very helpful. Indeed none.
None.
Oh, I had a chance there. -1? Minus anything?
Minus nothing. It's just devastating wounds.
2s. Ah!
Taking 2 wounds.
2 wounds dropping down to 1.
Now I'm going to do another Onslaught Gatling Cannon.
8
that
shots.
has 8 shots.
3s to hit.
It's really good. I like
The Dagger's cool. Yeah.
So it's double checking. Yep. So hitting on 3s. He's blessed by the Tech Marine and -1 for close combat.
All of them.
All of them. And I need a single 6 to kill you.
I can see 1. Get lost. Yeah. That's it. Well done.
Does it explode?
Oh yeah, Deadly Demise. Keep rolling. Keep rolling,
I'll
man.
take a mortal wound.
We start on 8 wounds, yes. So we drop to 7.
Take a wound.
Take a wound on a guy. The Vindicator behind will take a wound. Within 6.
What's the radius? Is it 6
6 inches, always. Universal rule, 6 inch range, yeah. Another Carnifex goes. James is opening up a good gap across here. There's 5 across here, but there's this healthy gap opening up. So good efficient firepower here. Almost saved these, but they have been met by this Carnifex here. It bows its head to the ground, surges forward in a rampage, and makes contact with the Hellblasters. Okay, so that's firepower from all 3 of those done. So firepower from him done those. A little bit of firepower. No, it was all declared across here, so he's done. He advanced. Yeah, well, it's a lone model now, yeah.
Icarus rocket pod.
The Brood. Correct. Yeah, go ahead, keep shooting. Sorry, yeah, absolutely right.
So Icarus rocket pod is anti-fly. So it attacks D3. 1 shot. Hitting on a 3+ because the Tech Marine -1 for being in close combat. And that's a hit.
Okay.
Strength is quite low, so 6 is a wound though.
3.
AP -1.
3 up.
3 up, yeah, fine.
Passed. Okay, firepower done. Okay, gold level Patria, Michael Fryer. James is going to commit the dice with him. So it's going to be the Interceptors. They're going to offload all they have into those Gene Stealers. 18 shots, but this could be a nasty enough volley. And you need 3s. 6s are great. Oh, James is happy.
So sustain hits 2.
Yeah, so you can add in an extra 8 hits coming through. You're looking for 3s. Oh, that was a 2. So really, you just need to add in an extra dice, because we'll throw those back in, and then add in an extra 1. Yeah, use this big grey one. And then now you're trying to wound on 3s, actually, because of the strength of the weapon. Aren't they? They're pretty good. They're strength 5, yeah. 3s to wound. Oh, hang on a second. Twin linked.
Twin linked. 3 on wounds.
And the great thing about these assault bolters is that they are damage 2. They really are Gene Stealer hunting weapons.
There's another 2
Not
there.
there. There's another one there as well.
Good job, it's twin linked.
Oh, it's made a huge difference. So I'm going to be rolling all of these as saves.
Plus them.
Plus all of those. I think James is going to wipe these in a deadly way. Yeah, gone. Long gone. Damage 2 each time. Gene Stealer squad eliminated by devastating firepower from this deep striking squad. They're so useful. Massive fan of those in my Red Scorpion army. They've landed here and removed a threat immediately. Okay, James was working against Tyranid War veterans just to report on some firepower. Daka from these. James went against the Raveners, caused 2 wounds. That was with heavy bolters. Firepower from here. Hurricane bolters took out 3 of the Hormagaunts. Laser cannons, multi-melters, rockets almost brought the Hive Crone down. So a bit of anti-aircraft stuff going on here. 2 wounds left on Hive Crone, but it does remain alive.
Do you know what? Do the Tyranids War veterans over to there.
Okay, James allocated firepower from this extraction party across here. So who did that devastating wounds? Who was that? Oh, it's them again. Oh, they're brutal there. James fired them through and took out Gene Stealers across here. He's been going after this squad, and as you can see, there's only 2 of them left.
Right, so Stern Guard veterans now. They moved.
Yeah, we've done Storm Bolters from these, by the way, fired across here and took out 1 Hormagaunt. I think James is trying to back away from this situation. Across here, firepower from these, firepower from him, firepower from those of Stern Guard, firing through. Gene Stealers wiped out. 2 bases as of Rippers removed from play. Can't get an angle through to see these. So there's this resistant cluster across here for the Tyranids. If I'm just saying, if you link up, you're getting 6s to bring stuff back, so it's quite rare that things are going to come back. If James can shut this down and close this off, we can't bring stuff back on. So it's this area here, James. If you could break the Tyranids here and link up, this would be a well-executed extraction mission. I thought this one was set up for a massacre here. Just shut James down, close him off, but oh no. Terminators have arrived and have smashed their way through here, repulsing the Gene Stealer assault, which has been fantastic to see. James is about to charge units in to clear the gap and reach the gate. Good move, hoorah. Then across here, James smashed Tyranid monsters with firepower.
He's
about to send Gilliman in, not holding back at all.
Cut off the head.
Cut off the head, yeah. And then James has created a gap across here. So far, looking good for the Space Marines. But this remains. And across the other side, there's a heap of beasts across there, especially heavy firepower. So the battle's far from over. at this stage. And Hormagaunts, although they are some distance away, boy, do they move quick. So if James is going to go for the runner, he needs to get a move on. There's no doubt about that. There is distance here between these Tyranid units, but that distance can close very quickly indeed. I do feel sorry for the servitors, although they don't feel sorry for themselves because their minds have been wiped. We're going to, I think shooting phase is finished.
Yeah.
Oh boy, charge phase next. All right, so some sneaky stuff, James. I have to say, this is getting very tactical stuff going on here. He's actually charged in with the Tyranid War Veterans. You're allowed to, so in they go, just to gain some more inches across in this direction. Sternguard Veterans have charged in as well. James using charges to get further towards safety. Terminator's a good long charge for them, so they've gone all the way around here, and they've opened up enough of a gap with their charge for the Venerable Dreadnought to charge in as well. The idea is to clear the last of Tyranid resistance across here, with the Terminators parked nicely, blocking the gap. And of course, Gilliman's charged in, so too has the Dreadnought. Now, there's decisions to make. Oh no, what are you going to do? Who's going to go first? Think about this one, James. Do you just take the sword blades, the sabres from...
What's your profile? Does it do devastating wounds?
Do you know what? We'll have a think about this one. We'll go through the different profiles. The last thing James wants is for Gilliman to lose his head. So, do you play for the mission and for the cause, or for pride and stop the wounds coming through against him? What's it to be, James? If you're a Space Marine player, what would you do? Protect Gilliman, protect the asset, and keep the mission in mind. What would the Ultramarines do? Just think fluff first. What would they do?
That's the objective, really.
Yeah, I would say so. So that means it means that Gilliman is going to have to let the Decapitator fight first. Now, I've lopped your head off once before, and I've kept the head. So if I take it off again, you're going to have to hand his head over, James. There's no. Yes, he is. He's going to have to fight like Sleepy Hollow, with no head if he dies. Okay, right. Okay, so we're going to go for this combat across here. Looking forward to this.
The
Terminators with the chaplain, yes. Yeah. The chaplain's very useful to have in the ranks. There he is.
Yeah, take any mortal wounds, they get 4 up for no pain.
Right. Mortal wounds? Well, I don't give out any mortal wounds. Okay, you've got to try and break through the Genius Stealers here.
So do the...
Oh, no, hang on a second. These are 2 separate units. So you do need to allocate. So he's actually on his own. His squad was wiped out. And you've got these 3 from the other 10-man squad that stretched around here. Yeah, James is going to switch them around because he's in base contact. So it's going to be those 3 to go against the Genius Stealers. And those against there. Yeah, just for the pride of him taking out the Broodlord.
Chaplain has got 5 attacks.
All right, Chaplain first. Try and take out the Broodlord.
Crazy Arcana sitting on 2s. I've rerun 1s because of Wisdom of the Ancients. And the Dreadnought will hit.
Oh, the Dreadnought helping again.
Strength 6 is 3, +1 to the wound roll because of illusionary of 8.
I'm just saying, a Venerable Dreadnought in the ranks, amongst the ranks of Terminators is pretty useful.
All wounded. AP -1.
How many? 5?
Yep.
How can that be? Oh, I'm gone.
2 damage.
Yeah, long gone, Broodlord, so a goner. So he's destroyed. That's Itamiara. That's one of the Phoenix Lords.
That's just the Chaplain.
Or Autarch, sorry, removed from play.
Now the Terminators.
Yes, those their attacks now negated, but it's one Terminator here, this Terminator here, and the other one with a sword. So you can go for the damage to Power Fists first.
Yeah, we'll do this Power Fist. Get it. Nice clean kills.
Nice clean crushing with the fists.
So 2 fist attacks. Hitting on 3s.
James is excited because we have Imperial Fist Army on the way as well, which James likes, the Imperial Fists.
Strength is 8.
Question? Oh.
And that's 5 wounds,
5 wounds
at AP -2.
After the Ultramarines, James, I think someone asked on Instagram, what's your favourite chapter after the Ultramarines?
Blood Ravens.
Blood Ravens?
I love Blood Ravens. I love Gabriel Angelos.
Oh, do you?
Mm-hmm.
And how much do you like them? Like them enough to paint them?
I'll paint 1 or 2.
1 or 2? After the Blood Ravens? Imperial Fists!
I do like the fists. I like all of them.
Oh, please. No, don't start. All right, I'll stop there.
I could go on forever, brother. They're dead. 2 damage.
I'm being crushed.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, boy. This is getting a bit professional. Next, my interrupt play. Hold it right there. The Decapitator. 4 swords versus 1. Take this, Gilliman. Oh dear, and James doesn't know what's about to happen, so it's Chris Comiskey in charge. I'll take the Chris Comiskey dice with the double Comiskey stack. Now, when this happens, strange things happen. Watch this. The Swarm Lord. Careful, there's dead bodies in the way here. Okay. So, Swarm Lord gets 8 attacks, needing 2s. Let's just check our detachment to see if there's any kind of extra special stuff we can add. Well, you haven't used it, have you?
Nope.
He's playing over Contempt. He's a bit scared. Okay, I'm going to play Savage Roar, first of all. This monster is even more terrifying to behold than other bioformers of its kind. So James needs to take a Battle Shock test. And if he passes it, it's -1 to hit roll. If he fails, it's -1 to the wound roll as well.
That's a good job I played that stratagem, actually. Here, I get to re-roll my leadership and my battle shock test.
Oh, right, okay, it's a bit of a battle of the codexes here.
So, my leadership is 5+. Actually, I get +1 as well.
Yeah, passed with these. It is -1 to your hit rolls, though. I'm also going to play Rampaging Monstrosities, actually.
-1 to hit
So-
rolls.
Yeah. Yes, it's -1 to your hit roll because I played that, and if you had a failed that, it would have been -1 to your wound roll as well, but you did pass. I'll play Rampaging Monstrosities for a CP, so James can deduct 2 CP from me straight away, plus another 2 actually for interrupt play. 4 CP. So this one. Tyranids monsters have reserves of energy that they unleash in waves of devastating fury.
The Ultramarines is the greatest hero of the Ultramarines chapter. Sorry.
He thinks that reading his fluff protects him. 1 Tyranids monster unit from your army that has not been selected to fight this phase. To the end of the phase, each time modern unit makes an attack, it's 6 mortal wounds on 2 pluses. Okay. That's a joke. And to the end of the phase, each time modern unit makes an attack, you can re-roll the hit roll, just in case we get those silly little ones. 8 attacks, needing 2s. Re-rolling 1s. Gilliman's gonna go. 111. I'm so glad we played that strategy. And we've still got 1 miss, but 7 hits do come through. We have taken damage that's +1 to hit rolls, which we're on 2s anyway. And then we're trying to wound here. So, how tough are you?
Toughness 9.
Toughness 9. We are coming in at strength 9, so it's force to wound. We are twin linked. So on the Comiskey roll here, needing 4s. Alright, it's about average here. The dice are quite tame. Now, 6s are devastating. Joking. You're okay. Oh, I don't know if we've done it. 5 have made it through with these bone sabers here, which are twin linked. They're AP -2. They are 3 damage each.
I'll take my 3-up armour save because of Arm of Contempt.
Because of... Oh, it just turns out it's -1. Oh, great. 3 ups then. All at the same time or 1 at a time?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a reroll for one of those.
Yes, 2 have made it through. 6 wounds so far.
So 3 up. Yep, it's only 3 damage. Now it's my turn.
We've marked him at least.
You marked me.
Yep. Okay.
Heartbeats.
James is a bit scared
So
there.
I'm down to 7 wounds remaining.
Always want to see these 2 clash, and it's happened. So fantastic to see them collide. There they are, battling away. Everyone's watching, James. Everyone's watching. Ultramarines cheering on. You can do it, boss. And then the Tyranids here, egging on their leader, who they're some distance away from. Actually, he's quite isolated.
You try to cut off my head. Now it's my turn. to cut
Good
off
quote
yours.
from Gilliman. Yes, but I don't think he talked to the Storm Lord.
I've got 2 choices. I could use the Emperor's Sword, which does devastating wounds, at attacks 14, strength, weapon skill 2+, but -1 to hit.
Correct.
Strength is 8, AP -3, 2 damage. Or the Hand of Dominion, which is lethal hits, 7 attacks at weapon skill 2+, strength 14, AP -4, 4 damage.
4?
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be the hand.
Let us squeeze the head, shall we?
Yeah, why cut off the head when you can crush it? Sorry. Right, okay, go. Hand of Dominion. And you're rerolling your hits as well because of that wretched oath of moment, that blessed coin.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
3s. And a Dominion.
Still 3s? 2's minus 1.
Hit.
Oh.
Rerolling.
Always a lot of rerolls here.
I need 6s are good. There's a 6, that's a lethal hit.
Oh, okay, yep, good. Take that one away and take the other
those
away.
two.
Okay.
Strength is 14.
3s to win.
3s to wound.
Huge roll. So 4 in total, right?
4 in total.
Okay.
AP minus 4.
We'll stick with Chris Comiskey. And do I get that blade parry?
Rerolls.
We used to get blade parry. They took it away. Don't get anything. Get 4+ invulnerable save. This is it. James, I need to pass 3 of these. The odds are against me.
Eight damage.
Come on, reroll. 50-50. Where's the beast is going to go? Oh, it lives!
No CP there.
4 damage, right? Dropping down to 2. Oh, that's brutal. But we survived. We survived against Gilliman. Well done. The Swarm Lord. Good fighting from him. Okay, we'll press on. James is free to fight with all of his charging units next. Redemptor Dreadnought with his fist. Don't know if he's got enough crushing power to smash the Morlock here. We'll have to see.
5 attacks.
Go. Yeah, Red Cross here. James is annoyed enough. It's the Red Cross dice. Needing 3s. Whoa, that's good.
Strength is
3s to wound.
3s, yeah.
3 make it through.
AP minus 2.
5 ups to block. We block 1.
6 damage.
6 damage. Nice. Dropping down to 5. Haven't destroyed it, but pretty deadly. Coming back. We're not that great in close combat. It's just a Morlock. Okay. Other charging units. Yeah, this one's been resolved and destroyed. Target gone. James has cleared this area across here very efficiently, and they've headed nicely towards the gate. So far, so good for the Space Marines across here. There's no real panic going on at this point. Okay, so resolve this combat across here. I got 1 wound coming through with the crushing claws. It's forced to hit, so roll poorly. James then saved it on 6. He's not actually taking any damage. So it's not the end of the world for them. If you're clever, you can back out there. If you've got the right doctrine and stuff going on. And across here, I took I took a wound, so it'd be on a 6 then.
Sorry, yeah, 2. Yeah, 6.
Dropping down to 6 on him. That was coming through. The lieutenant helping out with some lethal hits coming through. So just a bit of a stalemate across here, which is good for James. And across here, not smashing the Tyranids aside. So we have survived. I think James is winning the fight though. Gilliman is wounded, paying a small sacrifice here to try and help the situation across here. James keeping the mission in mind. Playing Space Marines, thinking like a Space Marine, James. Well done. End of turn. And it's looking pretty good for the Ultramarines at this stage. There's plenty of fight left in these Tyranids. There's a fistful of monsters waiting to burst out across in this direction. Some nasty stuff across the other side of the board as well. Okay, so turn comes to an end. We're going to the 3rd turn of the game for the Tyranids. They've got to go hard after the Ultramarines here. James has a plan in mind. Strong tactics being used, but Tyranids can break Space Marines. They've done it before. They can do it again. Turn 3 for the Tyranids coming up next. Alright, so movement for the Tyranids here on turn 3 is complete. We brought back nothing except 1 unit of Geniuses, which turned up here, and then James immediately flamed them on Overwatch and brought 2 of them down, but they've gone moved out to here. Trigon's moved around the corner across here and does have a decent enough distance for a charge, proving quite deadly actually in close combat. Quite impressed with those so far. This is the second one, the other one was destroyed. Winged Hive Tyrants fly up and above the terrain here, looking particularly impressive on the board. Roll a 6 for an advance. Going to try and relocate the longbow BB Tyrannifex. James is extracting across there. We'll try and get some shots lined up with this thing next turn. It's obscured for now. Tervagon pushing through. Gaunts round in the corner. Exocrines push forwards with some targets dead ahead. Advancing with 2 Ripper squads, which have made it to there. And then funneling down here. Tyranids really being hampered by these buildings, really blocking off line of sight for them, but pushing down this direction. This is Vagabond here, Phoenix Lord, on this Tyrannifex. It does have a field of fire dead ahead, so there are some targets for that one. Advancing with the Warriors, advancing with the Gaunts. Carnifex is making a normal move. A possible charge for them is some distance, but they can try and reach the Inceptors across there. And Homagaunts, boy, are they swift. They've moved very quickly across the board, and there's actually some possible charges for them across here. It's a bit of a stretch, but they could make it in and go for a late snatch against the asset there. Whose squad is in charge range. Tyranid Warrior squads moving in, just regular moves from them, and they'll lay down a blanket of firepower. Raveners at a move being made by those not advancing. All Hormagaunt squads have advanced. A variety of results of those. You can see the servitors there just remaining in position on sentry duty. But look at the Hormagaunts flooding through this gap across here, round in the corner, almost bypassing the servitors next to the downed Storm Raven. Then across here, moving through, getting ready for a charge with the Toxicrene. Warriors pushing through, coming across in this direction, trying to get round across here, but as you can see, there's a decent enough gap now that James has pushed forwards in this direction. Then across here, Tyrion is bursting out of this pocket. Carnifex is all shifting across in this direction. A move I forgot here is to back out close combat with him. I can't go back down to the ground though, so he's going to have to sit where he is. Going to remain in close combat against Gilliman. James will get to fight first though, crucially. Carnifex remaining in close combat across here as well. Gaunts moving through, 6 inches across this direction. 2 squads of Rippers, regular moves from them. And the Warriors are poised for a charge. They're equipped with close combat weapons. They're decent enough in close combat. I think they may well struggle to break that unit of 5 Terminators plus the Chaplain. That's movement done for the Terminators. Oh, and the Hive Crane actually has moved through across in this direction. Movement done. This is the view here as the Tyranids try to close range as quickly as they can. We'll see if the Ultramarines have done enough to keep them at bay. We'll go on to shooting phase next for the Tyranids on turn 3. First bit of firepower. Exocrine has manoeuvred itself into position. Target sighted. It's the Assault Marines just across the way being led by the Lieutenant. So, first thing to do is commit to a friend. So we'll go for Michael Gemin with this one. And we are looking for the Exocrine with its firepower. It's going to be pretty good. It is blast. We've moved, so we're on 3's tip. D6 plus 3 shots, plus 2 because of the size of the unit. 4, 7, 8, 9.
What's your AP minus?
Oh, it should be minus 2, or it could be 3. It's minus 3. 3 damage. 3s. Okay, Michael German dice. Bang on average here. 2's twinned. Or wounded. 6 saves, minus 3. There is cover involved, so minus 2. 6 saves of 5+. Each one's 3 wounds. Assault Marine's about to take a hit here. That's why James was quite cautious about bringing them in. And he's blocked what? The Emperor Throne of Terror. He's blocked 4. 2 models slain. Damage has been limited. Well done. I think James was giggling and mocking, so I'm going to fire the Tyrannifex into the Redempted Dreadnought next. So we'll go for a Travis and Jen double hit here. Anything you want to do with that Dreadnought? You've got 2 shots coming in hot from the Rupture Cannon.
AP minus
4.
Yeah, do Armour of Contempt.
Armour of Contempt. Right, here's the shot. It's coming from here and it's going all the way across the Dreadnought, across the other side. So we can zoom in. There he is over there. Just minding his own business. Protecting Gilliman. So, Rupture Cannon, I'll split the shots into 1 dice each. So, ladies first, Jen. Hits. Travis. Ah, missed. Come on, reroll. Hits. Both wounds come through. James quickly removes the dice.
10.
Strength 18. Threes to wound. Jen's wound. Does wound. Travis's wound. Doesn't go through a tried. Okay. Save a 5+, James. Defy this beast.
With my Ultramarines dice!
Do you want to use a Patreon?
Yes!
Who has got the Ultramarine dice on them? Vagabond. He's a Salamander's player.
Bring it.
No, that's weird. Vagabond's on this model.
Doesn't matter. He's a Salamander's player.
Okay. This will decide his loyalty in this game. Tyranids or Space Marines. Here it comes.
If it's an elite symbol, it's a pass. If it's an ultra symbol, it's a pass. 5 up! 1. I have to let it go.
He's with the Tyranids to say. Okay, it's 2d6 plus 10.
2d6 plus 10?
Sorry, 2d6. It is 8. -1. 7 wounds taken. It's a nasty hit coming through. It could have been worse. That's Andrew Swan.
I've got 12 wounds, so I'm down to
5 left.
5 left.
Oh, that was a bad hit. Okay. Good shooting from the Tyrannifex. The other one's busy running around here trying to relocate because of these huge buildings. Okay, that's pretty good. We'll press on with our firepower here. We'll try and finish it off with these Carnifexes across here. So this brood, firing heavy venom cannons. It's just D3. Got the 8mm dice for this one. It's a Tyranids player for sure. So 4 shots, that's good. And we're looking for 4s though. Okay. We're coming in now at strength 9.
Toughness 10.
2 6s, 2 wounds come through. AP -2 becomes
AP -1.
AP -1. 2 saves are 3+. Boy, those things are tough. 1 makes it through. 3 damage becomes 2. Dropping down to 3 wounds left. It's a lot of effort to bring Redemptor. It's 3, straight 3.
Oh, right.
It's 2. Drop it down to 3. Okay, we'll go with this other Carnifex across here. D3 shots. Commit this one to Sam Hermes. He is an Imperial player, but I've grabbed the dice here for effect. It's 3 shots. Nice. Need 4s. 1 hit. 5s. Oh, no wounds. Tough target. That's their firepower done. These Carnifexes Stranglethorn cannons into the large squad of intercessors. This could hurt. Yeah, it could hurt. There's no cover there. So yeah, this could cause a bit of trouble. Stranglethorn cannon. So 2d6 shots. Yeah, 4. +1. And then blast is an extra 4.
Oh, 2 of them combined.
Yeah, combine the 2. It's a brood, yeah. Looking for 4s though. 4s is not reliable, but we've done well enough. 3s to wound. Okay, 4 saves at -1. 4 saves of 4+. Each one's damage 2. 2 make it through. 2 Marines slain. Not too bad, James. Could have been a lot worse. We'll press on here with our firepower for the Tyranids. That's the heavy stuff pretty much done. Alright, so firepower's been resolved for the Tyranids here across the board. So firepower coming from here. From here as well. This one's all equipped to close combat. This other winged tyrant does have firepower coming through. The Stranglethorn cannon. Draw cannon across here as well, taking out some more Marines. So there's half of that squad left, plus the Lieutenant. Another wound, that was a tentacled wound coming through, dropping the Dreadnought down to 2 wounds left, but it still remains alive. No firepower directly against the Inceptors. Then, didn't fire with him, want to keep the charge range as healthy as possible. Then across here, combined firepower from the Warriors, all equipped with Venom Cannons and Death Spitters, all in range, just dackering away, and we chipped off the wound. No explosion taking place, but finally the Storm Raven Gunship has been destroyed. I think perhaps James did make the right move in deciding to go for extraction on foot, making it to here. Then firepower across here, as we've tried to reduce the wounds down the Dreadnought, but it still remains alive with 2 wounds left. Can't fire this in close combat because it's a blast weapon. So I think, I'm just thinking actually, I could fight out of close combat. So I'll just resolve this one quick. Yeah, fired, caused a wound, dropping down to 9 on that Vindicator, but absorbing the damage generally well enough. And, oh yeah, some firepower from these as well. From this, from some other warrior squads have reduced this dreadnought, or this drop pod down to 8 wounds left. This one down to 7 wounds left. So chipping away Space Marine hardware across the side. We did try some sneaky shots across here as well, but armour held with the Venerable Dreadnought still on 5 wounds remaining. We're going to charges next for the Tyranids as they desperately try to close the gap, cause as much trouble for the Space Marines as they can. So all of a sudden, a brood is going to try and get into Guilliman if we can. Oh, smashing their way through. Here they come. 2 Carnifex. It's a brood of 2 with crushing claws. Are about to assault Guilliman himself. Yeah, loads of space for them to get past the barricade, no problem. Not within range of anybody else. It's a nice clean charge. It's a crazy result. Whilst we're at it, we'll go for this single one into here. Who knows? You never know. You might get something crazy. No. These ones are too far away. We'll send these ones in across here. We'll press on with charges. You're right. Things are getting a bit dicey here. This charge has gone ahead. We then rolled a 6/6 charge with the Raveners. They've gone in against the Servitors across here. That James doesn't care, he says. These ones. This has gone in. The Toxicreen's gone in against the drop pod. I really could get tied up against this thing, but I would just have to go straight ahead. So I'm going to try and go for a charge across here to go after these Stern Guard veterans. We need an 8, actually, so it's not too far away. 7. Oh, blisteringly close to command reroll. 9. In we go. We do have a charge. All of a sudden, Hormagaunts, leaping and bounding across the board, have made it in. Right, that's a good result. I can only reach up to here. I can't go in against those, didn't declare against them, so not all of them are going to get to fight. Good number will, but the key is that we've made the distance across the board. We'll go for a supercharge across here against the asset. No command reroll. Who knows what could happen? You're safe. Okay, we'll leave everything else. I don't want to get stuck in against these with the Hormagaunts. We'll buy them a turn. We'll leave them. Try and push through next time. James has got a turn in hand. Or a turn to try and make a further charge away. We'll go across here with the Carnifexes. The brood of 2. 6 will not be enough. No command reroll available. So they're safe. You're safe. You're safe. The warriors advance, so they're not able to charge. And I think that's all that... No. Around the other side is a Trigon lined up for a charge. It's quite an intense part of the game here. Looks like a 6. An 8. In it goes. Trigon closing in on this flank. Don't know if Tyranids have the resources to try and break through in this direction. James has vehicles stacked up pretty good. Just looking around for any other charges. Raveners can't charge, they advanced. Charge phase finished. We'll go into close combats next. We need to pick our combat carefully. Surely it must be against Guilliman first. Okay, we've got a bit of a sting in the tower here. We have taken crushing stampede. So there's Guilliman. Charge has gone ahead. We're going to play a stratagem, 1 CP. It's called Massive Impact. Your charge phase just after Tyranids monster model from your army ends a charge move. 1 Tyranids monster model. Select 1 enemy unit with engagement range of your model. Roll 66 for each 4+. It's a mortal wound. Does he ignore mortal wounds?
No.
No, he's got 7 wounds left. A chance to get some cheap wounds against Guilliman here with these charging Carnifexes. So I'm going to roll the dice here. Blood Angels Ryan. If Guilliman goes down, it will dishearten the Space Marines. 4+. We've caused 4, and that's nasty. 4 mortal wounds caused. Guilliman drops all of a sudden to 3 wounds left. He is stuck in the middle of a double Carnifex Swarmlord sandwich. So this is an utterly crucial combat across here because James does have 2 CP for interrupt play. So we're going to go with the Carnifexes as we said. So it's a brood of 2. They're both going to get to fight. It's 4 attacks each. So we're going to roll up here. 8 attacks in total. James quickly checking his stratagems and rules. Well, he's only got 2 CP, so enough for the interrupt. We've got 8 attacks in total. We'll go for Dave Humphrey's Tyranid player. James is going to play. He's got 2 CP. He's going to play only Endeavor's duty end. It means he can't interrupt play across the board. He's anticipating that he may die. So fair enough. So we'll do our attacks first. If Guilliman goes down, he'll get to fight before he's removed from play. On a 3+, he'll get back up with his built-in special rule. It's 4 attacks each. We need 4s for hits here. One of my models has taken damage, actually, so we'll be on +1 to hit roll. So I'm going to have to roll these separately. So the first one. What does it say for crushing stampede? Each time a monster model in your army makes an attack. Yeah, so it's down to individual models, even though I'm in a brood, I reckon. So do the one that's not wounded. He'll be hitting on 4s. We've committed this to Dave Humphreys. 2 hits come through.
Toughness 9.
Toughness 9, surely we'll be better. We will, on strength 12. 3s to wound. Right, we'll go on to the next one.
How many CP have you got, by the way?
I have 2. Right, we've hit 3 times with the wounded angry Carnifex. 3s to wound Guilliman. Dies, escaped. Command reroll. Yes, to make it through. Take a CP away. I'm down to 1.
2 4 invulns.
Yeah, you're down to your invuln, so it's AP -3. The damage is D6 plus 1, James. Oh, it's horrific. This is the dice roll of the... Oh, both have made it through. Gilliman's... Oh, he's been caught between crushing claws.
Yeah, done it.
Yeah, 4 plus 2. 6 wounds taken. Gilliman goes down. I can't believe it. Okay, I've
But
caught him.
only in death, just due to end.
Only in death to due to end. So you can do your attacks here against the... Well, you can
I
attack.
can't split my attacks anymore, can I?
James is going to try and kill the Swarm Lord here. With the Hand of Dominion again.
No, I'm do the Emperor's Sword, just do devastating wounds, just knock his invuln out.
Whoa. Okay.
14 attacks.
14 attacks. Oh, there's an air of silence here. You can imagine the Space Marines in horror as they see
this time?
2. James is annoyed.
I'm not annoyed. I'll just get back up.
On a 3+.
With 6 wounds
If
remaining.
you've ever needed a power armor save, it'll be there for that roll, James. Because even if James goes on to win the game, the price, oh,
Any minuses?
no.
2s.
2s against the Swarm Lord.
Reroll because of Oath moment.
Oh, man. You only need 1 success. You damage 2.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gone.
And
Strength of the sword.
8.
5s to wound. 6s for a kill. 1 single 6 will do it.
Double checking. Yep, strength 8. AP -3, 2 damage time.
Searching for a single 6. Yeah.
Will kill you.
Got him.
That's
Twice.
3
3
devastating
times.
wounds.
All right. I go down. Deadly demise on me. Again, how many times in this
Good.
game?
Doesn't affect me.
Okay, right. Oh, dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right.
Oh, the Redemptor could go.
Yeah, Redemptor could go. We're looking for the Swarm Lord. It's actually a deadly demise of D3. So go across here. 5+ this Dreadnought. This Dreadnought will pop. Oh, it's just a wound taken. Dropping down to 1 wound left. God, okay. D3 here against him. 2. So we dropped to 4 on that brood. Yeah, myself. Yeah, fair enough. Maxed out, so dropping down just to 2 left on there. Of course, Swarm Lord's gone with a bang. You can have your beautiful coin back. Thank you so much. So he can go. So the sword, he trips, like, falls over, pushed to the ground.
He just went, oh, you death does duty there.
My flaming sword! Back to the abyss, you fool! And they're locked like this, James. Look, locked in Mortal Kombat.
Off with his head!
So whose head was chopped?
Careful.
Look!
Sorry. Untangle, careful. Oh, they're locked in combat. Look at that. Oh, crazy. Okay, remove from play.
I had to repair these flame lanterns
Oh,
because they kept snapping off. So I put copper ones instead, like pins. So
did you?
So they're really sturdy, though.
Where's his head gone?
Oh, it's just here. There you go. Easy.
Oh, I see.
So I've got to put him back there.
Yep.
But I got to roll 3+ at the end.
I killed you. I did say I was taking the head. Yes.
You didn't kill him.
No.
I killed you.
No, I can add it to my collection.
No, you get off. You did. That's not your prize. It's them. Oi!
No, please. Can I borrow some super glue?
No.
Because look at that. It's perfect. That'll sit there just nice next to that Sanguinary Guardsman helmet.
Thank you. Give it to me.
Okay. Oh, James, it could have gone nicely on that base. I do collect heads, you know. Add them to my collection. All right, okay. Swarm Lord, 2 up to get him back up. No, he's gone. He's gone. James can come back, but we can't. So Swarm Lord destroyed. So James will roll up for him in just a moment. They
the end
have
of the
finished
fight
their
phase.
attacks. Yeah, so we'll press on with close combats here. But a good result for the Tyranids. Gilliman's been brought down. He could come back. 66%
I would have killed
chance
you
of
earlier
coming
on if
through.
it had not been for the objective. But
That was a noble sacrifice, James. Well done. Just hopefully this mission is a
true
success.
Ultramarine.
Okay, most combats have been resolved across the board. There's just one across here. Quite impressed with the Trigon. It's been quite impressive so far. Oh, there's a heap of ones. Oh, there's loads. It's not taking any wounds, not on any kind of bonuses. 3 swing. I said I was impressed by it. One wound comes through. Just want to check my strength. Your toughness 6 though, aren't you? That's the problem.
Yep.
So we're looking at. Gosh, just as I was singing its praises, it's whiffed. No, it's only strength 9. You're okay. You're on 1 save of -2.
1 save -2. 3.
Got him. All right. So it slays one of these.
My attack's back.
James can attack back.
3 attacks.
Aggressors.
2 power fists. Oh, aggressor squads are better now.
You hit on 3s now. You sit on 4s.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So they'll fight back here. This is BPP Wargaming out on this flank here. One of the Phoenix squads.
3s.
We are toughness 10.
No.
Nothing coming through. The fist's not strong enough. Interesting. Okay, the rest of combats.
Oh, strength. Sorry, toughness 10.
Yeah, toughness 10.
Oh, yeah.
Rest of combats across the board as servitors, raveners ripped them to pieces.
They already had their death sentence.
God, abandoned by the Space Marines. James, Space Marines protect their own, but as for others, they're a lower priority. Across here, we managed to bring down one of these Stern Guard veterans. In return, with the chaplain, James resisted well, taking out about 8 of the 8 of them brought down. They are soft. So we managed to reach our target, but low impact. Then James repulsing them well enough with his attacks. We haven't done this one actually. We'll come back to that in just a moment. We've seen what's happened to Gilliman. Across here, I crushed 2 of the Hellblasters. In return, I failed a number of saves, so down to 4 wounds left on him. So much of the Space Marine force does remain intact. James is holding it together well enough. What's that coin for? Onto that brood.
No, it's to remind me that I must
Draw
do
a
my
3+. We are in an apocalypse game, and James could lose Gilliman. There's such a huge roll coming up. We'll resolve this combat here, and then we're ready for the reboot
You'll
roll.
just be teleported now. So
Oh, you never. Right, we wouldn't die.
they got
apparently.
all the technology to patch him up again for another fight.
Okay. Right, Tyranny Warriors. I have these for my Leviathan army. I do like them. 3 of them get 18 attacks. We're looking at 3s for hits. I'll go for the reroll 1 option with these. Cool, that's a... Oh, wow. Okay, look at that. She's using the Chris Heim dice for this. If I was using my formation, 6s would cause extra hits as well. Wow. Okay, we're actually at strength. Well, I know we're strength 5, but are we strength 6? No, we are strength 5. Forced wind. It's quite deadly here against these Terminators. There could be a bit of trouble for them, because not only if we roll well, we're twin linked, and it's not helped much at all. Okay, so that goes in. We're looking at 5, 11 saves here at AP -2. So 11 saves of 4+ on those Terminators. One of them's on a wound already, so you might bring 1 or 2 of them down, depending on this roll.
2 up armor, -2, 4 up in guns.
4+, yeah.
Crux Terminators.
And some wounds look like they've made it through. Is it enough to bring down 2 models? 1 Terminator slain.
Another one. And a wound.
That's enough to kill 2. One's already on a wound, so 2 models slain. Good striking power from those warriors with melee bioweapons.
Not bad.
Not bad, what?
Now it's time to put the squeeze into them.
Okay, James praises my close combat efforts, but now he'll
I
fight
don't
back.
praise your close combat weapons. I kill.
Right, you got one. There's one Patreon left in this game. It's Field Marshal Valhalla Field Marshal Robert, a die-hard Imperial fist player of the highest caliber. He shall lead the fight back to the gate here. So Chaplain with his attacks. 5 attacks and in 2s. You get all the +1 to the wound rolls and stuff as well. Reroll 1s because of that Dreadnought, yeah. Okay. Strength 6.
+1 to wound.
2s to wound.
2 to wound.
You are strength 6, aren't you?
I am strength.
It's a poor roll.
6.
It's fine. 2s. 2 make it through.
To make it through. AP -1.
-1, so we go down to a 4-up save. No,
damage.
5-up save, apologies.
2 damage.
That's killed one straight away. Ouch. So one of those removed. Well done to that chaplain.
Power Sword. Reroll ones. Wisdom of the Ancients.
Such a help.
It is brilliant. Strength is 5, +1. So
Okay.
3s. Your toughness 5, aren't you?
Yep.
-2.
3 make it through. Need 6s. No. Yeah, I think it's going to kill another one.
Wow. Power weapon.
Yeah, well done. Now the fist to wipe out.
Three
That'll open the gate if you can kill him. Chain fist attacks coming through here.
1
Up
hit.
to 3s.
No, it's -1 to hit.
Okay.
Chain fist. It's anti-vehicle 3+ though. 2's to wound though. That's a wound. AP -2.
Straight. No. Okay, 6 to block then. And we do stop it. Okay, so that model survives. Okay, so that's that combat resolved across there. Good result though for James and for the Tyranids really, but both sides deleting models. Now for the roll then for James, needing a 3+.
Armour of Fate.
Here it comes.
Yes! He gets 6 wounds up as well.
Gilliman's back up. There's hope for the Space Marines yet. Well done. So, model has to be placed as close to where he was before, but not within engage range. So, place Gilliman just there next to the 2 Carnifexes. That marks the end of the turn. All combats have been resolved. Alright, so Gilliman has survived. He rises back to his feet here to continue command of the Space Marines force. The turn comes to an end here. Tyranids have done their best, but Space Marines have proven to be resolute, and they'll be encouraged to see their fallen leader get back to his feet. So we'll end the turn here for the Tyranids. The game still hangs in the balance. James is down to 6 wounds left, but Gilliman is very much alive. We'll go on to turn 3 now for the Space Marines as they fight on. The plan is still possible. We'll see how well the Space Marines can execute it. Turn 3 for them coming up next. Alright, so turn 3 for the Ultramarines as James attempts to link up the 2 forces together. He's heading that way, he's heading in a good direction. She's gone into Tactical Doctrine. Units that are in close combat can pull back, shoot and charge. So I guess across here, slight manoeuvring with the Predator Annihilators. So 3 of them working together. James's intent is to lay down some firepower across in this direction, just trying to head off the Tyranids as they try and cross this area here to catch them with las cannon firepower. Then backing out of close combat with the aggressors, lining up to shield and protect with the 5-man Intercessor squad. Assault Marines have arrived. More as counterpunch units, I think, now that they're not needed across the other end of the board. So 2 squads have jumped and landed in here. Repulsors moved up after disembarking with this aggressor squad, and then Captain Akaran with them. James is going to go after this brood of Carnifexes. He's put Oath of Moment on them as well. His main intent is to clear this path through here. If he can do that, then he's 1 step closer to victory. Backing out of here with these, moving, getting ready to shoot with this one, pushing through here with this Vindicator, other one pushing through. Intercessors making advanced moves, pushing up further. Dreadnought pushing forwards, not going to full move. Tech Marine keeping up to restore 3 wounds, back up to 4 wounds with that. Storm Raven Gunship has arrived. Remember, there's a Dreadnought inside there and Terminators. James packing this area of Ultramarines units. There is still that gap, but it's closed right down. Backing off with the Inceptors to lay down more firepower across in that direction. Seeing the need of the hour, the Assault Marines, led by the Lieutenant, have jumped forwards to try and hold the Tyranids back as best as they can. And then here at the gap, James has backed out with the Terminators, going to try and gun down this last Tyranid warrior. Back to the wall here with the Dreadnought. This is where the Ultramarines will try and hold. The assets have made it through to the entrance of the gate. Again, James may well go for the charge through here to try and gain some extra inches across in this direction. He's hoping to try and remove these from play, just to clear this area, to clear these as well, if possible. Remaining in close combat with this Sternguard veteran squad and Chaplain are going to try and just hold at this position. Terminators backing up and turning around to face this way. Again, getting ready to hold the line here. So originally looking to plug the gap facing this way, but now the Ultramarines turning to face the other direction to stop the Tyranid onslaught from coming across here. And James has brought in the final Assault Marine squad just here. Again, just trying to create time just to hold the Tyranids back for as long as possible. So that's movement done. We'll go on to shooting phase for the Ultramarines next. Alright, so shooting phase here. Predator Annihilators, their firepower. Trigon has been destroyed, removed from play. Across here, pistol firepower. James went against the Rippers and took out a base and 2 wounds being caused. Then firepower from across here coming through and taking out the Tyranid warriors. Those have been destroyed. Then James did back out of combat across there, so able to unleash all of his firepower, ripping the gaunts, taking out 5 of those, and he's able to charge as well. So it's just the right time for tactical doctrine. Stormbolter firepower, a couple of gaunts brought down, but it's not going to stem the tide, but a couple of casualties being caused. So then firepower across here, the Tyranid warriors gone, that was the Terminators just here, and the Dreadnought. Nothing came from those. Done those, and then these firing through here, and then there's a whole load of gaunts have been removed from play. So that is Intercessor Squad here and here, combine their firepower together. Hurricane Bolters and the Twin Assault Cannon as well. So decimating the gaunts, didn't stand much chance there in the open. So up to firepower from this. We're going to go to the Twin Multi-Melter. This firepower is going to go across here against that lead Carnifex. So here it comes.
Here we go. 4 shots.
The Twin Multi-Melter?
Oh yeah, it's 2 shots.
It's 2 shots, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 shots, yeah. 1 hit.
When it comes through.
And strength is 9.
Toughness 9.
So
When it comes through.
-4.
Okay, so we're looking at a 6 up for a save. We do, we block it. All right. So Storm Raven, 2 rockets, sorry. Go ahead and do those. Same target.
1 hit.
I'll move if you wound me, so you've got to be careful here. If the wound does come through, which it does.
3.
And it does go through.
3 damage.
So we'll take 3 damage, but then we'll make a d6 plus 2 move. 1 plus 2, 3. Okay, slow enough. From earlier on as well, firepower from the Repulsor took out the Hive Crone, and then also the Morlock across here, both of them just on a couple of wounds left. So we haven't 5 Vindicators yet, bit of a tricky situation because of these Carnifex. They'll make their blistering assault moves, so James needs to watch out. You're saying this one, no pressure to blast this one to pieces. Okay. D6 plus 2 shots.
Yes. D6 plus 3.
Go ahead. Come on, James.
Yes. One last.
Come on.
5 plus 3.
Okay.
The Emperor.
3s for hits.
3s for hits.
Looking good. 3s for wounds.
14.
Carnifex has got to go.
6 wounds.
Okay, 6 wounds. 8 minus 3.
Yeah.
5 up, so I could block these. Block some. Destroyed. Okay, and then
4d6 damage.
Deadly Demise? No. Alright, target gone. That's 1 Carnifex removed from play. This one next, take out this Carnifex. Yeah. D6 plus 3 shots. They're good at point blank range.
Let's use the Ultra dice.
Good idea. For 1.
What would I use the red for? That's the beginning of the glory.
That laughter, if you're following this video, that laughter in the background is Ben Hayes. He's been on the channel years ago. He's back again, playing skirmish games with James. On your channel, is it? 500 point game? Yes. What was it? Eldar against
Ultramarines.
Okay, Ben Hayes is back. If anyone wants to say hi to Ben, leave it in the comment section if you remember Ben from different games from years ago. But Ben is in close proximity in this game and joining in the mockery.
Please. Actually, do you know what? I was going to spend a CP.
To what?
To re-roll that dice.
Go on then, as it's your birthday.
It's not my birthday.
Okay. 2 more shots.
2 more shots.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, down to 3 command points.
Okay.
Gilliman says no.
Go for your wounds. Oh dear, try and wound.
Gilliman says yes.
2 and a what? 4. 1 makes it through. James, come on. Save. Not saved.
D6.
Come on, reroll. Oh, what's your AP minus?
3.
Saved.
Yeah, saved it.
Blocked. Oh, Carnifexes are tough enough. Right, firepower from this one. James is going to have to fire across here into here.
Come on, give me an ultra symbol! Yeah!
What is it?
An ultra symbol!
Well done.
9 shots.
It's 9 decibels. Go.
I can make it louder if you want me to.
That's okay.
Break the sound barrier!
Freeze! Oh, good rolling. It seems to have worked. A sonic boom erupts from James's belly.
Strength 14!
3 to wound. Okay, 4.
4.
4 needing 5. Block 2.
2d6 damage.
Should be enough.
Goodbye.
Yes. Well done. And deadly demise. No, right. Target destroyed. Another Carnifex bites the dust. Right, so I think that's firepower complete now. Dreadnought's fired across here as well and wiped out the gaunts. They're gone. This gap has been opened up. James has deliberately left Ripper Swarms as targets bait for his charging. Gilliman to go in here. James hasn't fired into these because he doesn't want to make in that blistering assault move because he wants to charge in first here against the Carnifexes. If you do charge, you've got a decision to make again with Gilliman. Is he going to fight first? And I could interrupt play across here or the other way around. We'll see what decision James decides to make. We're going to charges next. Right, so charges going ahead. That was the easy bit. Gilliman's gone in across here. These have gone in across here. These made their charge roll a 7, so they've managed to lap right round and get some vital inches across in this direction. Terminator's made it in rolling a 9. They charge back in, no problem at all. And holding here, just forming a blue-lined block, the Tyranids from coming through. Because these are Ultramarine vehicles which haven't been destroyed yet, so that's blocking the way partly. These to hold across here, buying time. The assets now through the gate and across in this direction. So well done. James is making progress. Linking up nicely, for sure. We're going to combats. Now, what is your decision?
Gilliman.
Gilliman to fight first
Yes,
this time.
don't
Okay.
throw him up there.
No, that's fair enough. Okay, go on in.
Hand of Dominion.
Okay. The Hand of Dominion this time. Interesting.
Yep.
Looking for 2s.
2s to hit. All hit.
Oh boy. Strength.
14.
3s to wound. This is a big
6s
roll.
are devastating wounds.
Wow, that'll be good.
Yeah,
Quadruple 6.
That's 16 damage.
What?
And
But it's not flat. You roll up, surely. What's the damage?
it's 4 damage time. So it's 4, 8, 12, 16, plus those 2, AP minus 4.
It's dead.
Lethal hits.
Oh.
Oh, so I rolled...
No.
Oh no, devastating wounds is on the Emperor's Sword.
Ah, right, okay. So what's the AP minus then?
AP minus 4.
On how many?
6. On 6 saves, yeah. I'm going to spend a CP
Oh, he wants to do a good
to
job.
make sure it's a clean kill.
Okay, right, go on in.
That's 7 wounds.
7 wounds, okay.
AP minus 4. Sorry, ignore the 6s from the beginning. I'll just do it now.
Okay. So I'm looking at minus 4, so... Yeah, and what's the damage?
That's 24 damage.
Target destroyed. You single-handedly, or one-handedly, yeah, which is single-handedly, taking out 2 Carnifexes.
Probably threw the Carnifex against the other Carnifex.
Whatever he did, he's taken out both, and one of them does detonate, so as a reward, he will take a mortal wound, dropping down to 5, but both Carnifexes destroyed by Gilliman. What a hero he is. Alright, my 2 Carnifexes taken down, but my 2 across here will fight, so we'll pay the 2 CP, we've got 3 left, and we'll fight against
CP
Captain...
for Armour of Contempt.
Armour of Contempt. So you might survive this, we'll see. This one's been wounded, so we're going to fight separately with +1 to the hit rolls, needing 3s. All hit, nice.
Toughness 6.
Yeah, I think we're strength 12. It's just... It's in here. Yeah, here it is, sorry. So we're looking at Carnifex Crushing Claw, strength 12, 2s to wound. And come on, reroll this one. Okay, 4 make it through. These are AP minus 3. Becomes minus 2. So you go to 5 up saves on 4 dice. There is trouble here, James, because the damage from this is D6 plus 1. I could wipe you out here. Oh, sorry, roll 3 separately because Captain Akran will take a 4+ invulnerable save.
You won't wipe me out.
Okay.
Because Akran halves the damage.
Okay. James says I won't wipe him out.
Alright, so how many saves is that, brother?
3 at 5+.
3 at 5+.
Correct.
Oh.
Yeah, none of them. Oh boy. So first aggressor. +1, 3 wounds, dead.
Yeah.
Next aggressor, 4 wounds, dead. Next aggressor, 5 wounds, dead. Take them off. Ouch. That's crushing claws.
I painted those models.
Yeah, freshly painted. No, you got as many minutes as you did weeks on painting. Right, so they're gone. So now the remaining Carnifex could crush Captain Akran, depending on what we roll here. Need 4s.
Got 2 up armour, by the way.
We've hit him twice.
He's got that upgrade.
Wounding twice. 4+ invulnerable saves. Big rolls.
2 up armour. Yeah, okay.
Huge roll. So 2 invulnerable saves, 0 4+. Got to pass at least 1.
Pass 1.
Do pass 1. D6 plus 1 damage, halved. That'll keep you alive.
Did I spend a CP?
You did spend a CP, yeah.
That's for, yeah, forget it.
Oh, 2 plus 3. 2 plus 1, 3. So halved, 2 wounds taken.
2 wounds taken.
Captain Akaran lives, but ouch, he has been
down
hurt.
to 4 wounds remaining.
So Captain Gravis armor, the configuration that he has is the Power Fist, so 5 attacks needing 2s. Remember, there is a Carnifex here on 4 wounds. James could try and kill one of them. All hit, this is a good start. Strength 8, toughness 9. So looking at 5s to wound though. Oh, dismal, so no. And then the sword, you get 2 extra attacks with the Relic Blade.
1 hit.
1 comes through, and then 5s to wound again.
Nothing.
Nothing coming through. Captain Akaran, he mourns the loss of his bodyguard here, but he remains alive but causes no damage against those Carnifexes. They are a problem, the pair of those sat in the heart of the Space Marines units. But good on Guilliman clearing this area across here. And I wonder, 9 inches and 9 inches is not much for the Tyranids that can come onto the board, if anything at all. So James may well have cleared this back line entirely, which is a very, very good result indeed. So other combats were resolved. It's very straightforward, destroying the Rippers across here, and then destroying the Gaunts, the Hormagaunts across here as well. So Space Marines clearing their lines efficiently. So combat's resolved across the board. We're looking at the state of play. As across here, by the way, some Gaunts been removed, and then a Ripper based on with wounds on it already was destroyed, and then James took a wound in return. So we're looking at the board. We're saying Ultramarines have got this. Yes, there's 2 Carnifexes across here. That's good, but they're quite limited what they can do. They can maybe take out a tank, finish off Captain Akaran. No, I'm stuck. I come onto my turn. I'm stuck. I have to stay where I am, right, and try and kill Captain Akaran. After that, they are dead. All right, they've got all this stuff across here, so they're going to go. The assets made it to here. I could try and chase you, but I'm not going to get through all of this blue. James has effectively protected the asset from this direction. The greatest threat, I reckon, is these Carnifexes, which can push through 8, and they can maybe go after these. If they head across here, they've got no targets. They'll be held up by them. And then as soon as we go on to James's turn, he's got Terminators and a Dreadnought inside this, and an empty transport vehicle for the asset to be picked up across here. Or
Empty?
Yeah, empty.
More Terminators in there.
You've got Terminators inside. Or, if you decide not to go in this, you can continue heading across in this direction where it's a safe zone across here. Just those 2 Carnifexes to remove from play. So James has completed the mission. We can leave what's left of this game to your imagination. But as you can see, Space Marines in strength on the board, and they've done
Quite surprised, actually.
a good turn here. They have linked up their forces effectively. The gap at the start of the game, James was there at the start, and then his forces were across here. So very quick and effective link up, which was crucial, and then expertly guiding the asset away from trouble through the gate and then onto safety in this direction. So well done to the Space Marines. That was well executed, James. I thought we might have had you there. Genius Stealers came pouring out from all directions, pouring out of the buildings along from the board. James tried to head them off as quickly as possible. One of the vital moves was the deployment of the Terminators at this end. Deep striking in, forming 2 ranks.
Absolutely rock solid.
Rock solid, as we came in like a red wave, but were repulsed by the blue wall here of Terminators. They were driven back and destroyed. James's thrust through here, which I have to say was spearheaded by Guilliman himself, and mightily, effectively, single-handedly bringing down 2 Carnifexes in one go, which was mightily impressive. But the rest of James's force broke through effectively as well.
Killed the Swarm Lord.
Who did?
Guilliman.
Oh, he's done brilliant in this game.
Decapitated his head.
Now, we did bring him down. He did bring him down, but he got back up again. So, good for him. And across here, Tyranid forces moved swiftly, but James backed off instead of held the line, creating this gap, which he was able to maintain for much of the battle. So, a well-coordinated effort here from the Ultramarines, but it has resulted in a mission success for them. And then we'll just take a moment to pause and reflect upon the noble efforts of the servitors who died doing their duty. Orders were given out to everyone except them. They were sort of forgotten by James and left on the hillside to empty their heavy bolters into the oncoming horde. All right, so we've talked about units of the game for both sides. Some pretty swift decisions being made. Before we come to that, I'll call out silver level patrons. Big thanks to them for their support at silver level. It's Jason Martinez, Marcus Olsen, Ross Caldwell, William Schwarz, and Zachary Lee. So big thanks to them for their support at silver level. And then James has chosen honourable mention to Gilliman, of course, which was it was great to see him and how effective he was on the board. Really did help to clear the way. But James is going to give it to the Terminator squads, both the Assault Terminators across here and the regular Power Fist Terminators who ended up round here with the Chaplain. It was their blue line that held, repulsed and broke through. So good work from them. Then for the Tyranids, I'm going to give it to the Crushing Claw Carnifexes. The broods of these proved effective enough, especially when they're wounded with the Crusher Stampede ability for +1 to the hit rolls. Their close combat ability was particularly effective at multiple times during the game. So that's units of the game for both sides. That marks the end of the battle. This fight would continue on. We're out of time here. It's nearly midnight, so we've been playing for, all day here for this game we set up yesterday. So they are an epic effort to put these together. We've gone for a strong narrative theme here. We really weren't sure how this was going to go, but Ultramarines, have to say, very professional work from them. James conducts them well on the battlefield. Less panicking as well. Usually with Astra Militarum, James despairs of them quick enough when they start being chewed to pieces.
The word panic is banned in the chat.
Panic is a foreign concept for the Ultramarines. They're cool, calm and collected under pressure. Yes, hoorah, for the Emperor.
Militarum command base.
So for this one, James, we got a Blue Hawk down, And what was the response?
We have picked the extraction. They have been waiting and we are there for their arrival. There they are, sir. Get in board. Quick! All aboard! Go!
Yep, with sound effects. That was that's what took place. James reenacting the whole thing for us. So there we go. That's James. Sound effects complete. Battle finished. Ultramarines will pull out of this sector, regroup, and live to fight another day. But well done to the Space Marines. Good work from them. They've pulled off a great mission here against the Tyranids. Outwitted and outsmarted the Hive Fleet. But oh, we remember. Oh, we adapt. And oh, we shall be back. Great game. Thanks for watching. And tune in next time.